What are you, a
Hello,
fake? Come on,
chat.
man, give it back.
We are back.
No. Can I have your name?
I have $5.
$5.
Does anyone want to pay off my student debt for me? That'd be great, thanks.
Honestly, that would be great.
Yeah.
So chat, I have
would.
good news for you. But there's going to be another game on the channel, starting
That's
on next Saturday. Not tomorrow, but next Saturday.
And you're going to watch it.
Tomorrow's my day. I get to control the hooligans.
Yeah, you're definitely going to watch it. You will be here to
Or
watch
else.
it.
You will be here to watch it. I'm rolling persuasion.
Who'd you roll?
Go ahead and roll one.
I'll be sure to watch the VOD. I probably won't be able to watch
Wait,
the live stream.
do I use Liar's modifier or do you use mine? I don't
What
think
is
I
your
have.
modifier?
I mean, Liar's not the one watching.
Hold on.
So you gotta use yours.
I actually have these somewhere because I took that test.
I also
Yeah.
have mine somewhere.
Mine are so
Oh,
bad.
Mine are actually surprisingly good.
I don't remember where mine are.
Fuck, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I named it something.
Let me see if I can
that's
find
because-
mine.
Okay, so I have a 14 charisma, which would make my modifier at least +2. But I don't know if I'm. Wait, that's wrong fucking skill. Holy shit, what's wrong with me? No, it isn't. What's wrong with me?
What is happening?
Do I have advantage proficiency in persuasion?
Oh no, this display is not very persuasive.
Okay, so
Yes, they're
You're
all
doing
mine.
great.
I'll roll. That's a 12 for
12.
persuasion.
I mean, it's more than 10.
It's
got
pretty
me.
average. It's averagely
Oh.
convincing.
I feel like it should be disadvantage on me, so I won't be there.
So my stats are even better than I remembered. I had a 15 in strength. I had 13 in intelligence, 17 in wisdom, 12 in dex, 13 in con, and 16 in charisma. I don't know if I believe the
The
charisma
ultimate
one.
life form.
I just
I think I
have
had-
I just have really low dex and
I think I had
slightly
two
average
stats above a 10.
intelligence. Oh no.
11,
Plotting
which is
number.
definitely not true. It should be like a 9. 13, 14, 9, 9, 14.
You got this, Port. I believe in you.
Plotting a murder.
Do you keep getting killed before you can finish? Killed by
You
the
can do
murder?
it.
Keep
What?
getting murdered.
Yeah.
But seriously, where are these?
Okay, let's see here.
Haha, it hurts. I'm getting stabbed. Haha, ouch.
So you remember last
Anybody
time
wanna-
when I said I was gonna write when I write the recap, it's gonna be short because most of the last session was a boss fight.
Was it not
You
short?
lie.
It still wasn't short.
Short.
Nice.
It's shorter than most of them, but it's
Damn.
still not very short.
I'm gonna quote Wario.
Wild.
I don't remember what the quote was.
Have I written last session's recap
I'm
yet?
a wild.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. You fail.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
He's right.
Oh, I missed.
Third wheel.
Wow.
Head. Dude.
Wah?
Wow.
Okay, I've got everything open. I am ready if you all are.
I'm ready.
That was
I'm
a
ready.
very powerful burp there.
Thank you.
Or
It always picks up now. It's really annoying. So, not me. Not me. I would not make that noise. That's actually why I would absolutely make that noise.
I was gonna say that.
I
That could be a
probably
Mako now.
will at some point.
That could
so-
definitely be a Mako sound.
But yes, I'm ready.
I'm glad that I'm a Mako soundboard.
I store my sound effects that I don't want to use at the time on your potty. Your potty.
Yeah, my potty.
Your body.
Yeah. Your potty.
huh?
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What?
Or
Your potty.
Or,
What I meant.
or.
Oh. Okay, everyone good.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
did not mean that for Tavern.
I'm glad it's there.
Wait, leave it there.
The confidence we have going into this library
I might have seen it yet.
or this basement.
We'll be fine. I mean,
Basement.
but it's not like we just got out of a boss fight or anything. It's
No.
It's not like we haven't long rested or anything, you know.
It's it. I still have like a spell slot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We
I
got
don't
it.
think I do.
All right.
Well, that's your problem.
That sounds like a you problem. I have 3.
You'll be fine.
Fine.
In theory.
In theory. Very, very reassuring from the DM.
Yeah,
Yes,
you'll
it
be
is.
you'll be fine.
Even Gamma doesn't know what will occur.
I don't. You're right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and hop in. So, you all see Bone Snap by the fire. Hey, really, did it, huh? They killed that, rat crime. Good for them. Happy for them. Delve in, shall we? The party went to the Canopy's Rest Tavern after arriving in Braxhold, where the group got rooms and spent some time relaxing in the tavern while awaiting the arrival of their newly met acquaintance, I suppose, Ryland. While waiting, the group heard a glass shatter and looked across the way to see a Leonin man getting grasped by a black tendril. The group rushed over to help, and Glyle cut the tendril, causing it to release the man. Reed, the man introduced himself as, and Glyle was able to further assist by pouring water on the swelling left by the tendril, easing the pain. The group came to the realization that the tendril might have been some kind of extension of the rot crime, or something involved with it at least. Reed mentioned that he lost his son to the rot crime, and asked the party if they would return what's left of him if they managed to kill the creature, to which they obliged. The party also learned that the elder of Braxhold, Elder Amre, was able to repel the rot crime somehow. Reed also gave the group a bottle of untempered wild magic, which Glyle took after some convincing of the rest of the party. After Ryland arrived, the group decided to head over to visit the Elder, and the group learned of the Elder's sister, Meave, and Rulia. She also spoke on her encounter with the rot crime and how she caused it to flee by filling its mind with whispers. After their discussion, the group went back to the tavern and rested up, planning to fight the creature in the morning. And after breakfast, the group set off, following the tracking of Ryland, who knew of the creature's whereabouts due to biting it prior. With Phineas guiding him, the group found the rot crime coiled in a grove, and Glyle read a memory of the creature and learned that there was someone in a long black cloak beneath the library in Braxhold, likely behind the rot crime, and may even be creating more of them. After preparations, the group attacked the creature, and after a long and arduous battle, the group managed to fell it, and gather the corpses of those who were unfortunately killed, including the Leonin son of Reed and Ryland's friend, a large Minotaur man. The group carried the dead with them back to the city, and the guards outside said that the mayor would want to see the group immediately. The party took the corpses to the Elder, and Reed was taking his dead son as well. Ryland requested that his friend be planted as an oak, as he would have wanted it, and afterwards the group contacted Mayor Chapin on their way over to Braxhold Keep, and checked in, asking if he would check in on Florian, and he said he'd contact the group once he got over. The group then met Lady Flavinko, the mayor, who the party informed about the death of the rot crime, and she rewarded them with a Clementite ring, which she explained could be enchanted to have strong magic if they found someone to do so. The party mentioned the rot crime situation beneath the library, and Lady Flavinko mentioned that they would need to speak with Clyde, the librarian there, and if he asked, she gave them full permission to investigate. As the group left, Mayor Chapin contacted the group and had them speak to Florian. He mentioned that the plan with the eyeless worked and the mandrake was safe. Florian said that the eyeless broke his door but wasn't actually able to enter his house, and he found out after reeling in the mandrake with a fishing line after it threw the vial to mark the eyeless. Chapman also mentioned that Burgess gave his regards to the party and that he was getting situated in Shepley's old house, which was being fixed up and furnished. He also mentioned that Burgess wanted the group to visit him next time they were in Strixig. Ryland said he'd like to stick around with the group and help them with their investigation, and the group began making their way over to the library. And that is where we pick up. Can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that is indeed where we pick up. Let's see here. Give me one moment. I gotta find the thing. Is this it? Aha!
Oh.
Alright. So, we last left off with you all departing from the keep and heading on over to the library.
Library time.
Indeed.
Gee.
A level of birth. Book.
Yes. You were told
Book.
that the Honeydew Archives are where you were looking to go to speak with Clyde, the librarian, and gain entrance to the basement. Or whatever it is that lies beneath the library.
Period.
But are you all doing anything before you head over that way?
Yeah, can we put an 8-hour rest into like 2 minutes?
I don't think that's how time works.
Oh.
Well, what if we create like a temporal bubble?
Would the
Sleep.
champion of Lady Time be okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
We speak for the champion now.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Get overpowered by the rest of the party and be like, yeah, I'd be fine with it. Mhm, yep.
100%.
Oh. But yeah, if nothing else, you all make your way over there just fine, and you're standing outside of the library. You head on in.
Yeah.
Enter.
Alright.
Allah.
So, you step into the library, and you are immediately met with several very long rows of various shelves, each of these spanning up. I'd say that they're about maybe 3 shelf lengths on top of each other. There are clearly ladders to access the higher shelves, but there are quite a few, and they span up pretty high. This is a big library. And off to your left, at the desk, is a cloud dragonborn who is fast asleep.
Clyde, I get it.
What do you all do?
Do you guys think? I'm good. Do you guys think... I have to do it once, just to get it out, I think. Do you guys think that's Clyde?
I would assume so.
Well, I mean, I don't want to be rude and wake him up, but... it's the middle of the day.
No. Can't be that rude. We need something. Then you also walk up and go knock on the desk.
And so you walk up.
I'll
He
wham
is
your hands
fast.
down on the desk like
Hello.
a teacher does.
From what you can tell, he looks to be an older fellow. He has these kind of tealish scales, and a long beard made of cloud. And several, smaller clouds that are above his head, almost providing a little bit of extra shade. He is fast asleep, head on the desk, and clearly snoring as you walk up.
Me too.
Oh, shoot.
How hard do you knock on the desk?
He'll kind of do it hesitantly at first, and then if that doesn't wake him up at all, then he'll really hard knock on the desk.
You're gonna hurt your knuckles.
He'll be fine.
Auntie Knuckles.
Wait, what?
Sorry. Hi.
Good morning.
You see the cloud over him turns gray, and it starts to drop little raindrops on him.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry to startle you.
It's fine. What can I help you with?
I got. We were sent by the mayor to talk to you. We need access to the basement of the library. Doing a small investigation.
The basement?
Yeah, the basement.
There's a basement?
Is there not a basement?
I don't think so. There's a basement. I could.
Is there anything underneath? Or...
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
I mean, you can go look if you like.
What do you know?
This is my library, and I usually check books out to people.
Oh. Mayor said to ask you about it, so...
What time is it?
What time is it?
It is about 3 p.m.
It's getting around 3.
Champion always knows.
I guess I've been out for a few hours. Give me a second. And he gets up and reaches behind him and grabs a walking stick. Let's see. Are you looking for a basement? Or some kind of something underneath? Where would a basement be?
Well, it did look like...
I actually have an idea. I never thought to go down there. You know, I guess I just forgot about it. Follow me. And he begins to kind of hobble around. He hobbles up some stairs.
This man hurts my brain.
And Montague looks at you
You must
all,
go up to go down.
and he just shrugs.
It's the chocolate factory.
I guess he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
That's a reach.
He's just a bit old.
Yes. Well, I'm sure he's more than capable of guiding us down there.
Well, worst case, we could, look around ourselves to see if we find anything. If he can't help us.
Yes, maybe it's like behind a bookcase or something. A secret passage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all coming?
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
On our way.
I'm running upstairs.
I have to gossip first, God.
All right. Yeah, you follow him up the stairs, and he leads you all over to a central bookcase. This one isn't like 3 stacked on top. This one you can actually see the top of, and he walks over to the center of it. Now I don't remember what the word was, but I do remember someone mentioning that this has some kind of passage. Although I don't remember the word to make it appear.
Do you have any clues, ideas, something? Do you remember who told you?
How about open? Nothing happens.
I was gonna say open in all the languages I know. Which is abyssal, infertile, primordial, and common.
Well, I've got nothing.
Open sesame.
Ooh,
Please open.
That's a good one. It is not open.
Don't we think that open might be a little too easy for a secret passageway.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna start
maybe-
pulling books off the shelf.
Maybe
there's
it's
a clue on the books, like the
Ooh,
titles or something.
Maybe.
Well, maybe don't throw them across the route. Never mind.
I'm not throwing. I'm just dropping them at my feet. Just like pulling them off the shelf and letting them go.
Don't-
Is there like any discernible? Is there like a some secret on the spine? The secret of the spines? Any repeated words or something? I don't know, something like that.
Make me an investigation check.
What's my investigation? Bad, I'm pretty sure. It's in skill. Actually, that's pretty good. 15.
Okay. As you look at these different books, you can see that the word dead is repeated a lot. At these books on this particular shelf, all of them seem to have the word dead in common.
Maybe it's a lot of these books have to do with death. Perhaps it's something with that.
Ooh, maybe we have to
Just
sacrifice something.
the word now? Is it just the word dead? Huh? That's okay. No.
Don't think that did anything.
It's something to do with that, most likely. Let's though.
Hmm.
Can I try to use my bleeding bite cantrip on my sword and like see if the necrotic energy does anything?
Okay, so what are you doing with it exactly?
Well, I don't want to attack the bookshelf because that's stupid.
Right.
But I don't have anything else I can
If you
do.
break the bookshelf.
Yeah, I could just
has to let us in.
try to destroy the bookshelf.
Actually,
Because I don't have any necrotic cantrips. So I don't really need at least a spell slot other than that.
if I mean, I don't have a way of knowing, but if it's like a magical thing keeping it shut, I can get rid of it. But I don't want to waste my third spell slot if it's not that. Ooh. But also, puzzle.
Hmm.
Puzzles are hard.
While this is going on, Clyde is standing there and he's leaning more and more on his walking stick, and you see him doze off.
Eh.
I mean, if you don't know how to open it, you can go sit back down. We can figure this out.
Yeah, I'm,
You seem quite tired.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'll be over there.
First one.
He hobbles back down the stairs to his desk.
Are there any like etchings anywhere around us? Like somebody wrote down the password.
Don't forget,
Please.
guys, the password is this.
Hey there, Tim. I left the left the password to the secret passage in the safe over there. The combination is.
So,
That's a Monkey Island type.
Nah, that's me.
so how are you like looking along the shelf? Are you looking in books?
Yeah.
How are
looking
you?
like moving books around, anything that Kalile's taken off of the shelf, just looking inside of the bookcase, stuff like that.
So,
Of
the
where it
first
could have moved.
book you grab feels very odd.
Flash book.
It
These are the
feels.
books.
It feels. It doesn't feel like you would expect a book to feel. It has a strange texture, but one that almost feels familiar.
We'll stab one of the books.
You're stabbing one of the books.
I'm stabbing a book.
How hard?
Killing knowledge.
I'm plunging my sword into a book. I don't. No
this thing's
holds.
just bleeding, man.
God damn it. Bleeding books, let's go.
So
Tom Riddle, this bitch.
you plunge your
Bleeding
sword
time.
into the book, and it begins to rip, but it rips in such a strange way. You hear a kind of squish as it goes through the spine of the cover.
Lyle, did you just kill a book?
Yeah, I did.
That shouldn't be possible.
You shouldn't I mean,
World's
I know
first,
books
baby.
are boring,
The
but
book folds open, and it's kind of in its ruined state, we'll say. Appearing there is a person, and they're holding they're holding their stomach. They're holding their hands over their stomach.
you stab someone's stomach.
Uh-oh. Are you okay?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I thought it was a book.
I say, why would you do that?
I thought it were a book.
You
Why
We
did
were
you
just
stab
trying to
him
get
in the first
downstairs.
place?
You just go around stabbing books.
I can't read them, so yeah.
So that's what you do to things you don't understand. You stab them.
Not normally, but we're in a little bit of a rush.
Oh, even in death, it doesn't feel any more pleasant.
I'm a cast to cure wounds on little friend. Give a little bit of a boof.
So, what you can see, standing here, he looks almost elvish, but not quite. He has the ears, but he also has very long horns that curl around, kind of like ram horns.
I have healed little man for 11 hit points.
Look, you can't have that much hit points.
No, but that's just what I rolled.
It's
Yeah,
just
no.
a little guy.
I'm just saying they'll probably get him before.
Why? What do you want with me?
We just need to get down into the secret passage so we can stop the guy from making more body slug things.
Oh. That's still happening.
Yes.
Shame.
Do you know something about this?
Well, considering I was one of the people he killed, yes.
Oh.
If
You
you're already
see,
dead,
there's a
should I still feel bad?
Yes, you stabbed me?
Oh.
So, like, you were made part of the rot crime?
Yes, and what wasn't, I was made into this book here.
Are all the books like that?
Yes, all of them on this shelf.
Okay. Phineas puts the book back.
Yes, just starts awkwardly putting all the books back on the shelf. It's like,
Yeah.
tugging on my collars.
So do you know a way to get by here so we can stop?
Well, you see, when I was snatched up, I was kind of yanked under the earth by a tendril, and
Yeah.
knocked well unconscious.
Yeah.
So I can't say I do, but I'm sure there's someone on the shelf who does. I'm not sure everyone, passed out.
So
Do we just open the book to see who's there?
Yes, please don't stab any more of them.
I won't, I promise.
Good. I'm gonna have to go
Do
through
you
my
want us
whole afterlife with a hole in my stomach.
do you want us to, like, find your family and tell them or something?
If they
Your
haven't
book?
noticed I've gone missing this long, then they don't care.
Do you know if there's any way to make you a not book?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe the priests in this town could do something like that. Some town.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to carry me with you, it's better than sitting here on the shelf, I guess.
Deal! I grab him.
Okay, well, I guess let's start opening other books.
I have a book friend now.
Well, I guess we'll start opening books and asking them,
Alright, so you open another book. I'm gonna make a funny little... Actually, I'm gonna let you do it. Roll me a D100.
I love rolling things. Oh my god!
I'm going to ask a book friend his name.
3.
3. Okay, hold on.
83. 83.
Oh, 83. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. And you say you're asking him his name.
Yeah. So I don't have to keep calling him book friend.
I am Elmore.
Elmore.
Little book guy.
Book friend Elmore, my name is Kyle. I'm sorry for stabbing you.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's see. Who do you find?
A little scrungly book guy. Little scrimblow.
If I ever get annoyed, I can just close him.
That's so
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Shut up.
Funny.
Shut up.
You've been talking too long. Good night.
Yeah.
So, you open another book, and you can see projected this time is a more lean-looking dragonborn woman. Hi.
I'm really sorry to be opening you for this, but do you know how to
Please
get past
don't
this
ever say
bookcase?
that.
Yes.
Open up, baby!
That was
I want to
really
get between
bad.
your pages.
That was really bad phrasing. I acknowledge that, but like, do you know how to get past this bookshelf?
Bookshelf? Where am I?
Oh, you're okay. So you're a book.
What?
That's why I said that.
She looks down at the floor and can see the book that she's being projected from. And she just has this look of shock.
Yes, no, I didn't just say that. I mean, I did, but you know. It makes sense in context.
Oh,
That still sounds weird.
Yes.
how did this happen?
It's a lot. We're gonna get you off, but we need to,
Hey, yo.
It's just momentary glare that goes back. We're going to,
Damn.
rescue you, but there's somebody who did this to you, and we need to stop them first. So,
Okay, right. Oh,
I'm really tempted to ask them what it's like when the book's closed, but that's I can't do that. I can't
It's just
ask
like
them.
sleeping.
You can't just ask somebody.
I can
what
ask
it's
my
like
book
to
friend.
look.
To just ask somebody what it's like in your book. God.
Hey, Elmore, what's it like when it's closed in here?
well, it's dark. Have you ever closed your eyes? It's like that.
Have
You
we
don't like
ever-
automatically fall asleep or anything?
No.
Start opening and closing books rapidly.
Like that.
I need to blink.
Yeah, we need to blink for them. We just.
All right, you grab another book.
Oh. So, sorry that you have stayed at the shelf for a bit longer.
Okay.
Just.
Have a good shelf life.
God damn it.
Just say that to somebody!
You've already expired, Kyle.
I'm non-perishable. What do you mean?
Time for the place. It's too early. It's too early for that joke.
I would like a top shelf book, please.
You're choosing from the top shelf.
Oh no, I was just saying.
Oh.
You're back. Grab a new book.
All right, roll me another D100.
I'm gonna let the more sensitive folk handle talking to the dead books.
65.
Interesting.
Is it?
It's almost
This
a
book
funny
just-
number.
This book just yells at me. It says mean things the entire
Just
time while I'm.
Screaming.
I feel bad, but I have to close them again.
So
I get 69 is just the Kama Sutra.
this time, you open the book and you can see a young Leonin boy.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We can't just leave me right.
Hi.
Oh.
Bye.
Have you seen my father?
Yes.
he's very worried about you, and we're gonna get you back to him, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. He kind of just leans, I guess, up to Phineas. So we can't just leave him here, right?
No, we'll take him with us.
You wouldn't happen to know how to get through this bookshelf, I imagine not.
I don't think so.
Okay,
At this point, I'm really tempted to just kind of, break it.
that might be dangerous to the people on it.
Well, we can move them all first.
Just the bookshelf magical, though, that's the thing.
It's definitely out of character, not a good idea, but in character, eh.
Oh.
This Leonin boy is just kind of looking around. He looks confused.
Bed, take a nap, take a nap.
Shut the
Up
book.
on the shelf.
I feel really bad about closing him, but I can't.
I mean, there's nothing we can say though to
How do we tell
put
him
him at ease in any
you've been
way.
dead and now you're a book?
Yeah, so it's just wait a little bit.
Okay. I will try this. I think. Because I can do it on objects specifically. All right, I'm so worried about this affecting the books, but it's a separate object, so I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the bookshelf.
So we can always move the books first.
Yeah. Why don't we just do that? All right, we move the books, then cast
Yeah.
Dispel Magic on the bookshelf.
So you cast Dispel Magic. Let me check something. Let's see.
That candle sounds like it's farting. It just goes. "Harr."
Oh.
It's a Minecraft villager. Let's see. Make me an ability check using your
That's
spellcasting modifier.
Charisma, right? Yeah. Okay. Be good. Nice. It was.
What was it?
21. Yeah, I got 21. 2 plus
Funny
1.
number.
21?
23, 21. 9 plus 10.
20.
9 plus 10.
Yes. 21.
So, you would manage to cast a spell on it, and you see all the shelves. They seem to fold inward, and then the shelf sinks into the ground, and it begins to kind of slope downwards, as you can see that it is now a stairwell. It is a stairwell leading down.
Stairwell.
Yes, a stairwell.
We've invented a new creature. It's called the stairwell.
What is it? It's just a whale.
I got
shaped like
stuck-
It just
a
is a
kiss.
whale.
I get
It's a
stuck
normal ass
between
whale.
saying stairway and stairwell. Stairwell.
Farewell.
Stairwell.
God damn it.
Stairwell returns.
But yes,
Farewell.
it's a stairwell. It leads down.
Farewell to heaven.
Space whales.
I'm actually gonna. I'm just gonna head down to Clyde and wake him back up.
Okay, you go down.
Hey, so we found the secret passageway, but
You did?
yeah. So there are these books on the bookshelf. We put them all on the floor because I kind of had to dispel the bookshelf.
Oh.
So like, don't
Just didn't
let
notice new
anything
books.
happen to them because they're like people, but they're books.
Oh.
Yeah, they have like trap souls in them, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Kalile's gonna make their way downstairs and just how did you not notice all of these new books showing up out of nowhere?
Yeah.
It's your library, right?
Yeah.
You don't keep inventory or anything?
Not really.
Oh my god.
Um,
Okay.
Right, so actually maybe you should get like someone about the books. I don't know.
Ah,
I mean, we can do it when we're done, but like
all right. Rylan goes through the pile and picks up a book. Kind of looks at it for a moment and puts it away. Gonna take this one with me.
to take the I can I can gather that it's somebody you knew, but like I just find it really funny. You just took some random fucking person.
I mean, I did that.
You're coming
I
home
know.
with me.
You're coming home with me.
You're coming home with me,
Ooh,
little
um,
book friend.
are we all taking books?
I not
No, I
No,
wouldn't
no
do that.
books.
I only
No.
took this one because he said I could.
here. Can you make sure this gets back to Reed actually? Hand over the book of his son. Reed's son book.
Son book.
And who are you
This-
handing it over to?
Clyde.
Okay. All right.
It's his son.
Let's see. Oh, I could get enough familiar to take it to him.
Sure, yeah. We'll be back. Hopefully not dead. We're gonna go down that passageway.
All right. And he snaps his fingers, and there's a fox that appears on the table. It is completely made of cloud.
Folks.
Nimbus, could you take this to Reed?
I really hope he just like he gets to carry it as a fox. He has it in his mouth. That'd be so fucked up. No.
Son Wukong.
He basically takes it and like wraps it around Nimbus's back. He goes and takes the book.
Here's
Imagine
your son.
Nimbus just
He's a
stood
book
up on
man.
hind legs and held the book between two hands. Waddled all the way.
All right, it's on its way. Right.
We'll be back.
All right, I'll be here. Falls asleep abruptly.
It's time to go to the passageway.
Starting to lose faith in any adult in this world.
Fair.
What about us, huh?
You're
I
on
wouldn't
thin
trust me
fucking
either.
ice.
Yes, a man who sounds like an alarm at specific intervals every day. You are certainly
fault.
completely intact.
It's not his fault.
Alrighty. So you make your way over to the passageway. You all head down.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you all venture on down. Give me one moment. Let's see here. There we go. So you start to make your way down the stairs. It's very dark except for a few torches along this stairwell. As it kind of... So, to paint a better picture, it's as though the bookshelf itself is forming these stairs, and after it weighs down, the stairs become normal. These normal stone stairs that go down and spiral. And along the walls are these green flame torches that are lit. And the further down you go, the colder it seems to feel, and there's this very faint odor in the air. It smells almost like death.
Soda.
Who's leading the way?
I can.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Actually,
But-
I
Unless
would
someone else wants
like
to. No
go.
one else.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. For reasons.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Oh man, Jim. So
Get it,
I'm happy,
Grandpappy.
Kalile.
Get it, Grandpappy Kalal.
Grandpappy.
So you
I don't
all
wanna do this,
make your
Grandpa.
way down these stairs, and you're walking for what feels like a pretty long time. In actuality, you've been walking for about 10 minutes.
We're walking into hell.
Longest staircase ever.
And after not too long, or not too much longer rather, you find yourselves in front of a pretty large stone door.
Hey, so do we actually have a plan going in here? I mean, I know that's kind of my department, but we're all exhausted. And if we have to get into a fight, I'm not too optimistic about our chances.
No comment.
Alright, I guess we'll just...
we
Wing
can
it.
try to go undetected, and if it comes to a fight, we can try to get out of there.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Alright.
Well, if we need to run,
I still
I'm
got some fight in me.
a pretty fast runner, so if we need to run, I at least get myself out.
Deb can get himself
Good
out,
for
I'm
you.
sure.
Of course, I would leave you all. Right.
Why don't you just do what you did to those people who were following us and not kill this person?
Exactly. I will.
Really good at that.
I'll not kill them.
Exactly.
He smiles.
Unless they're big and scary, then you have permission to kill them.
Oh. Got
Time
it.
to open the door.
Squeaky, squeaky.
All right.
Can't open
So
it, Liar's too weak. Someone else has to.
I push a door.
Actually, wouldn't surprise me.
as you go to open this door, it doesn't seem to budge.
Can
Open!
someone else do this? It's really heavy.
Open!
Hmm.
And you also go to shot. Very much.
Are you trying to brute force your way in?
Yeah.
Should
Make
be
an
saying
ath-
spell magic for this.
Make an athletics check.
Okay, I'm so good at these. That is an 8.
8.
Yeah.
I was also going to try after Liar's attempt.
So how are you
Mind
going about
sliver the door.
trying to brute force your way in? Are you like trying to shoulder charge it? Are you trying to kick
Yeah.
it?
More shoulder charge it than
It
anything.
hurts your shoulder. This is a very solid stone door, and it's not hollow either.
Oh. Okay, that was a bad idea.
Liar's still trying to push it, and his feet are just like getting, you know, when you're trying to push something heavy and your feet just slide out from underneath you. It's just
Yeah.
that just keeps happening.
Push it to the limit.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to force it open.
Montague walks up to the door. What if we just knock? Think that'll work?
I
Doesn't
mean,
that take away the whole idea of stealthing?
they
Yeah.
probably already heard us by now.
Oh, okay, sure, go ahead.
It takes
Knock,
a step back.
I'll just knock, I guess.
So you knock on the door,
And knocking is.
and nothing seems to happen. However, make me a perception check when you do.
I'm gonna roll
Low.
perception.
13. No. 12. You can do math.
You see for a second that when you knock on it, the
18.
door seems to glow. And Jeb, you would notice with your 18 that it seemed to glow each pounding against the door.
We have to keep knocking. A lot.
Time to play the drums.
Play them drums.
Don't do it too hard, you'll hurt your wrist. Hand
Nah.
knuckles.
Jeb is gonna start knocking on it with his cane.
Okay, are you knocking in any specific way, or are you just kind of knocking?
Knocking very repeatedly.
Woodpecker
Rapidly.
style.
So as you do, the glow is there, but it's like it starts out and then it just kind of fades away with each hit against it.
Can I real quick look at the ground and see if I can find any groove marks that would indicate like which direction the doors open? Like whether, maybe they like rise upward, or maybe they open inwards or outwards, or maybe they move to the side, or anything like that.
Push them the entire time.
I don't know. I'm
Make-
just throwing shit out there.
Yeah, I would say make me an investigation check.
12. At least the
You-
math's easy.
You can tell that this door opens outward.
So, does it look like there's any sort of gap that I could possibly, like, try to stick my sword in and wedge it open just to get it started? Since it doesn't seem like there's handles, unless there is and we just haven't asked.
I would say, so this door looks like it's only, like the gap underneath is only about as wide as a slip of paper. Like it's not necessarily flush with the ground, but it is very narrow. It is very thin. Like this door kind of drags against the ground.
Gotcha.
Maybe I need a special music code. Jeb is gonna go to the door, take his cane out.
If that works, I'm gonna be so happy.
So you do that, and the light does glow more than it has been. It doesn't open, but it does seem to glow more than it has been glowing.
Oh.
Maybe it just
Close.
needs, like, any sort of rhythm.
Maybe it needs some kind of specific rhythm.
Oh, how do we go about finding that?
We do any songs of death?
Death song.
What's the
Funeral
song they play at, like,
songs.
funerals?
Wait,
It's like the
just sounded
opposite.
like
It's
the
like the
first note
opposite of the
Star
wedding
Wars.
song.
it's
I forget how it
basically-
goes.
We play the Dracula song.
hold on. Oh, hold on.
Jim just whips out a keyboard. What's that?
Do 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 do.
Yeah.
It
I would like to knock
does-
Darude
it seems
Sandstorm.
it seems to glow the same amount as the first knocking pattern. It doesn't seem to glow any more than that though.
We like
Darn it.
What if we
try-
all bang on it at the same time? Maybe it just needs to be a lot of noise.
Can we like try and
I already
figure
tried
out
that.
based on what we've done to make it glow brighter at specific times when we would need to? I don't know. I don't know music. All right. Like,
Yeah,
the
is it like
specific
your-
rhythm
the-
of our knocking that we've gotten so far that's gotten it to glow brighter? Is there any pattern we'd be able
Bust
to
out some
recognize from it?
triplets.
I will say this: make me a perception check.
Yeah. Okay. Metal. It's fine. That is a 14.
You notice something on the floor.
Nah. You get to look on the floor.
Look at the floor, technically.
You can see that there is a though very faint, it is there. There is what looks like a carving into the floor, and it's laid out. I guess the best way to describe it. In fact, I'm just gonna draw it on a sticky note for you.
So you know drawing.
You just draw it on Owlbear.
True. That's a good point.
If you trust your mouse drawings.
It'll be good enough for what I'm showing, at least. So, you see a series of lines, and some of them are straight lines, and some of them are crossed lines. And
The stories
It's
about
Morse code.
Is that lost?
it is not lost, no.
Is this lot?
Is that the funny? Is that the funny?
The stories about puzzles and D&D games are true. I don't get it. Because I haven't
All
thought
right,
about it.
let old Uncle Jeb give it a try.
It seemed to be closer that time.
Ooh.
You have to knock.
I'm knocking on my desk.
Your knuckles are bleeding.
You have to knock diagonally.
Knock diagonally.
It was
You have to
very
swipe your
close.
hand across the door. Give it a little door massage.
Maybe like Morse code, like 1, 2, 3, 1, long 1, 1, 2, 3.
How do you knock long?
You just.
I'm telling you, just rub the door.
I should also make this clear. This is also a slash line.
How do you do a long knock?
You just.
Is it just
All
right.
Just trill your fingies on it.
Pause.
Just trill your little
All right,
fingies on it.
One more try.
Just rub it gently.
Wait, no.
It doesn't seem to go any further.
Bruh.
Dang it. I can't keep banging my cane. It's a very expensive staff.
Whatever you did that one time seemed to work pretty well. It got close.
I know, but what more?
See that drawing down there?
Damn it.
Line, horizontal line.
Why did my sister just send me a picture of a
Is that loss?
paper towel roll?
Huh?
Funny. Funny. She's gonna give me a cryptic hint.
Does anyone else try to knock on it?
Bro,
What's the
my brain's made of
pattern?
peas. I have no idea what's happening.
That Port knocked in that one time that was close. I don't remember it because
It was the. Wasn't it the da?
No, it was more recent.
1, 2, 3,
I-
pause, 1, 2, 3, I'm pretty sure.
It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 gamma, like that.
The door opens.
Ah shit.
Uh.
You're making it more complicated than it need to be.
We're good at that.
That's all it is.
You got there.
Puzzles are hard.
To be fair, I don't spring them on you very often either.
You don't. This is
This wasn't
why.
very hard. I liked
This
it.
is exactly why.
Uh,
It wasn't hard. I just didn't think.
Well, it
Well,
worked.
the session where I knock on my desk for 10 minutes is...
And later you're gonna just send us a picture of a hole in your desk.
Send us a picture.
I
of
fucking
Susan's
smash a hole in my desk.
Yo, it opened.
Every knock is a punch I do to my desk.
Waltzing through those doors, baby.
That's-
Let's go. There's a
Actually,
napkin
just-
stuck to my foot.
Why doesn't he just use like a lock and key or something? I feel like that'd be more effective.
Yeah, they also like left the answer right outside the door, so I don't know how secure.
Deconstructing puzzles.
It's like leaving a key under the floor mat.
Yes.
Except with a magical door and knocking, I guess.
Maybe they weren't too concerned about people getting down here.
The code to the safe is me and my
Oh,
wife's wedding
isn't
date.
that-
Our anniversary picture's on my desk.
It's not like we got down here, actually figured out whatever we were supposed to figure out. We just kind of, use
Trial and
magic.
error.
So maybe that puzzle upstairs was too hard for people to get past. So this one didn't need to be as hard.
And we're just good at it.
To be fair,
Yeah.
most people probably don't even know that there is a thing anyway.
fact,
I only know
people-
about it because I mind melded with a rock crime.
I also feel like people don't know there are skin books up there.
Probably not, no. That's...
Please don't ever say the word skin book again.
That's what they are.
It's more like entire body book, if you think about it. Like their
The
whole
flesh
being.
fold.
Mm.
I'm gonna eat my saltine.
It's getting there.
Yes. We'll be fine, I'm sure.
So leading past this door, immediately past this door, are more stairs that lead even deeper down. And unlike the stairwell you all came down, there is no light here.
I glow. I'm a glow stick bitch.
Alright.
Our stealth's gone, but I glow.
You give off a glow.
I glow.
It's not like a feature I can do or anything. It's just part of my racial description is I glow very slightly.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I just am.
I just glow.
You know.
Yes, the faint light from Kalal is enough for you all to see at least where you're stepping.
Yeah.
How long is this staircase?
This one goes on for about a minute of walking. It's not as nearly as long as the first one.
When we get to the bottom of the staircase, I am gonna pull out Elmo and just start checking in with him to see if he starts recognizing anything as we're going through. I don't think he will, but
So you pull Elmore out, and you see him look around, and he looks almost afraid.
I did just bring him back to the place where he got killed and turned a rock crab.
well, I mean, at least it can't happen again.
Probably.
So, why are you all going down here?
So
Exactly.
he won't do it to anyone else. Hopefully.
I'm making rock crimes, so we kind of gotta stop that.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what I remember. I know the room he kept us in is up ahead.
So to give you a look at where you all are at the bottom of the staircase, there's a hallway ahead of you, and there seems to be a branch off to the left and right, and then it continues straight down to a door. If you were to go straight.
off to the left is where we were being kept. And he had us in these chairs. There were these embalming tools and all various other weird things, blades. I don't know where he is.
He could be around here anywhere.
Like, I guess we could check there first to see if anybody else is there, and maybe we could get them out.
Be careful.
Of course.
I don't know how, but he has a way of watching.
Oh,
Like, in what way?
I don't know, but someone tried to escape. They managed to cut themselves free with their tail. And they only got so far before they were caught and brought back, and he sat them down again and said that he saw them leaving, and he has eyes all over the place.
So, what did this person look like exactly?
I don't entirely remember. He had a cloak.
yep. Checks out. Well, I mean, we're already here. If he's got eyes everywhere, he probably already knows. So,
Do you think he meant that literally?
I don't know. There's some weird people out there.
Are there eyes on the wall, Gamma?
Make a perception or investigation check.
May I also take a look around?
Indeed, anyone who wishes may.
The rolls are mid today.
A 19.
18.
Rolled high. Got no modifier on that bitch.
As you look at these walls, you do notice something is off about them. The walls almost seem like they're moving.
Hey, doesn't this remind you
Yummy.
guys of something?
Are we inside of something? Or is
Hey,
it just
Porter.
alive?
No.
Part, do you remember?
I don't
remember-
have context for this.
The
Flesh
flesh
cave.
cave. Flesh
Flesh
cave.
basement. Hold on.
A flesh basement.
Hold on.
Hey.
Poggers? No, not poggers. More like
Hey, bro. Stop looking at my flesh basement.
It's not like that.
I don't like it.
Yes, the walls seem as though they're ever so slightly moving. It doesn't necessarily seem to be like breathing, but it's as though the walls kind of ripple every now and then. Very slowly, very subtly.
I like
They're being
touch
tickled.
the wall. Does it feel like stone? Or does it feel like not stone?
Despite it looking like stone, it feels like wood, but it's like a softer, more like malleable wood.
So like birch.
It's like if you were to wet a tree branch almost.
Mm,
Like this, it really does.
very ligament of you. I'm gonna choke on my saltine.
That would be a tragedy.
Tragic.
Let's proceed towards the door, left door, left room. People are being held left.
Towards the cage room.
All right, how are you all moving about? Are you moving stealthily?
Yeah, we'll try.
Might as well.
Alrighty, make me some stealth checks.
Doing our
Do
best
you have
here.
disadvantage on this?
I have disadvantage because of my armor.
I will use. Where is it? Fuck. I still have it because I haven't used it yet.
Or-
I will use restore balance on you, so you do not have disadvantage.
Nice.
Very nice.
Doing stealth.
Stealth.
Sure is a roll. Wait, is that a 9 or? Okay, it actually is. 19.
Oh,
That is-
no.
That is a dirty 20.
So Montague rolled well in his stealth. Rylan did not.
Oh no.
Rylan got a 5.
Stealth, Emmy.
Let's see. That is a 19 plus 6. 25.
25.
All right.
You know what's funnier than
25.
24?
The average of that. I don't know. There's 2 rolls worse.
Like 15.
So you all
25 bumped it up.
creep your way on over to the leftmost door. Are you just going in?
Unless we have to rhythm the door again.
The door seems to be unlocked from what you can tell at the very least.
We're going in. Or at least I am.
Inside.
As you open this door, that kind of cold feeling very quickly is replaced by a wave of heat and humidity and a very awful smell.
Meatloaf.
In this
Don't
room,
talk shit about meatloaf like that.
I hate meatloaf.
in
I
this-
That was an
I-
accurate description though.
a good meatloaf fucking slaps sometimes. All right.
true.
I must have
Yum,
never
yum.
had good meatloaf. Ever.
I'll ship next time I have meatloaf. That's good. I'll ship you it.
Please
Please
do.
don't ship meatloaf.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
That sounds like a
Fine.
horrible idea.
I'll drive down there.
That's better. You can supervise it.
It's not gonna be good anymore.
It's just ice cold meatloaf by the time I get it.
I'll heat it out.
Frozen.
No, I've destroyed every microwave and oven and stove in existence.
Damn.
Okay.
I kind of need one of those.
You just put it over a fire.
That's what happened to mine.
Oh, you're smart. Whatever did we do before those appliances?
Yes, as you open this door up, along with the humidity and the awful smell, you're met with a square room where along each wall are several chairs. And in the center of the room is this awful looking ooze that's seeming to bubble on the floor in a large puddle.
Have a name.
A ruse of ooze.
Yummy.
Phineas is looking out the door and making sure we aren't being followed.
You
What
don't
color is
you don't
the
seem to see
ooze?
anything. The ooze is, from what you can tell in this lighting, which there are torches in this room, it is very dark at the very least, you can tell.
If this were Porter's Rock, we already know who would have touched it.
I can.
Okay.
There's not.
You got out.
You got out.
Twice for all of it.
Heaven said no.
No.
I want to touch the liquid that turns me into a Starblight monster.
Yes.
I want to throw a rock at the ooze.
You throw a rock at it?
Yeah, if I can find one.
I feel like we should stop this, but I also
No.
want to know what happens.
If I can't find a rock, I'll throw something at it.
I'd say you could
Can't
find a
find a-
rock.
Can't find a rock, I'll throw my body at it.
I'll just throw my fist into it.
No, throw Montague first.
Oh, you're right. If I can't find a rock, I will throw Montague.
What did Montague do?
Not kill
What do you
people.
do?
Book guy we found in there.
So you throw, or you find a little rock and you throw it at it,
Montague is spared.
and the rock sinks into it and does not resurface.
Now,
Mm.
seems about right for ooze, I guess.
So, what do you think that is?
Probably used to be a person.
Ooze.
Gross.
I
don't like that
we
thought.
could collect a small sample of it, maybe in a jar.
Waddle over with a empty jar.
Don't use your hands.
I'm not. I'm gonna just keep it. Oh,
Okay. Never mind. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
I put it back.
As you waddle, as you
Jello.
go over, you hear that from the corner.
No. Never mind. You can
Oh. Give me back my slime sample.
Look
Collapse.
over into.
You know how like the whole slime craze that was going around
Oh,
a few years ago. All we do
Oh,
with
I
this.
hate it.
How
You see-
to make death ooze.
You see me, I dip the bottle into the slime and I just look over at the noise and then continue to move the bottle, looking
The
at
bottle,
the person.
as soon as it touches it, the bottle starts to sink into it.
Oh. No, my bot. That was
Oh my
mine.
god! No!
No, I don't have any of those.
Hey, who's in the corner?
Looking
Yeah.
over, you can see that there is a Furbolg man who is both tied to the chair in the corner, and he has a gag over his mouth.
Yes, go untie him.
Don't ungag him though. Just make it so he can't talk.
Yeah.
So-
No, ungag him, untie him. In that order.
You know Risvaldian sign language. Go.
Are you here to save me?
Maybe.
Unless you're
Please?
evil,
Yes.
but I imagine you aren't.
Are you planning on killing us?
No,
Or turning us into books.
no,
Or
please.
turning us into slime.
Shh, don't be too loud. He might hear you.
Nickelodeon gag.
Right. How long have you been here?
A few hours.
So, what do you remember about being taken here?
Well, I had gone out to get breakfast this morning, And I was coming back, and on my way, something grabbed my ankle, and I tripped, and I fell unconscious from the fall. And then I woke up here.
Have you seen anyone else down here? Or has it
Yes.
just been you?
There. And he points to the pile of goop.
There?
There was a man who came in. He was wearing a cloak. And he walked them over to the center of the room. And the floor ate them.
Oh. I step away from the pile finally.
And I didn't see them after that.
Why didn't he do it to you?
He said he'd be back.
This is probably like sufficient enough evidence to arrest this guy, right?
Yeah, we should probably get out of here.
So, what's your name?
I'm Adma.
Nice to meet you. We'll get you back out.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
All right, let's leave quickly.
He'll get up. And you see him very quickly drop down to a knee. Oh, it still hurts.
I'm not carrying him.
I can't, yeah. I was gonna say I can, but I wanted to
support him.
He will gladly take that. You can see looking down that around his ankle, similar to Reed in the tavern, he has a kind of marking where it seems as though the tendril had grabbed him and his skin seems to be bubbling.
We'll get that fixed once we're out here.
Thank you.
I do want to take a second to look around the room and see if there's like anything stand out. Like I know Elmar mentioned like torture tools and stuff like that, but like any like notes or paperwork or like maybe mysterious strange potions that I probably shouldn't take, but I'm gonna take. Things like that.
This is the sinister potion. Just forbidden.
This is the potion of you shrink 1 inch.
So, wait, say that one more time?
So I'm just like sweeping the room for anything kind of like of note, like maybe research notes or anything that seems worth taking a look at.
So, you do notice, you all would have seen it when you walked in, kind of up on these shelves along the walls are, as was described, are several like embalming tools or different things you would use on a cadaver.
We'll grab one. Evidence.
They all seem to have a black goop on them.
More evidence.
I will tear off a piece of my shirt and use that to grab one so I don't touch it directly.
All right.
And take it as evidence.
Grab like an X-Acto knife.
Yeah.
Exacto.
Scalpel. Probably like a scalpel.
Yeah, you can get the scalpel.
It's the surgeon's X-Acto knife.
Yeah.
So, can we go now?
Yep.
The road.
Yes, let's go. Before he comes back.
Yes. Leave time.
Time to go.
Okay.
Time to get a watch.
All right, who's leading the way out?
Well, I don't think there's any traps, so I don't see any reason to leave.
Lyra wants to get the fuck out of here, so I don't know, I guess why not?
So, Lyre, you step out of the room. I need you to make me an athletics check.
Oh,
Rip!
There's probably no traps.
Doesn't mean there's not a person.
It's gonna be a -2.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's about right. I got a 2.
Oh,
So it's
man.
0.
Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
You step out, and very abruptly, an arm goes around your neck, and you are being held in a headlock.
Ow. It hurts.
Why are you
Choking
here?
noises.
He'll loosen up on you enough for you to talk.
We're just leaving now. Can we go, please?
Leaving with what?
Our dignity. I guess not anymore.
So those of you witnessing this, you can see that Liar is being grabbed by a man in a black cloak.
Yeah.
That's him! Whoa!
Wow!
Gee, we found him! Shit!
Guys, I
Yeah.
think we found the guy!
No, this is actually his mother.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Got
Shouldn't
him.
assume.
Mama Cloak. Her
And
name.
something you would notice, Liar, with him grabbing you, he doesn't seem to have flesh necessarily. From
Yum.
what you can tell,
Like,
it is wood that's...
Oh my god, it's Pinocchio.
Oh my god!
I know what
he
we have
seems
to
to be
do.
made of wood.
This is what dude could be.
I know what we have to do, and it's called
Yeah.
Firebolt.
He
Not gonna do it yet, though.
Make him drink the potion, the tea.
All we need to do is get some termites.
Seeing you being grabbed like that, Rylan darts over and tries to tackle him off of you. It's gonna be contested. Ooh. Rylan topples you all to the ground, and he releases you.
Stand up and noticing, since notice his flesh, he's going to hold a firebolt and just aim it at him.
He slowly raises his hands. Don't.
You are kidnapping people and turning them into a rock crime that attack the city. Why should I not?
Because I can give you something better than the satisfaction of harming me.
I
No.
don't think that exists, buddy.
It does. It can be anything you want.
Yeah, you're just trying to stall for time so you can do something. It's not gonna work.
I'm not stalling.
And he very slowly raises up a necklace.
A bomb necklace!
This can grant you anything you desire.
Why aren't you using it?
I have
Or-
no need. I already have what I want.
And why are you experimenting on people?
What's that? What do you want, huh?
Revenge.
For what?
And on who?
I'm also expelling my weapon while we're talking.
Okay.
Revenge on this city.
What did they even do to this?
They killed the man that made me.
Everyone in the city
like a gift.
all work together to do this.
No one stopped them.
Yeah, most people just live here, man. They probably didn't know about it.
Yeah.
They did. They were all there.
And who was the man that made you?
He
Exactly.
looks at you for a moment, and he looks as though he doesn't even necessarily know himself.
The fuck, man. Fuck this bitch. So you don't even...
What did you ask me?
Who made you? Who was it?
We need the whole story.
I... Oh no.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Don't remember.
So... The town killed somebody that you don't remember. The
Sounds
town... Somebody in the town did it and they didn't stop them, and now you're making rock crimes and hurting a bunch of people. And turning them into books or something? I still don't know what's up with that.
Yes.
Why? Why? What? You see how that's a little bit much? Like, you killed a child?
He looks around at all of you and make me an insight check.
3.
15.
He looks genuinely very guilty and equally confused.
I don't care.
Sounds like you're just creating more problems than it's worth.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
What's wrong is that you're still alive. Ayo!
Ayo, this man's reached enlightenment. Now let's murder him.
You're about to be lit on fire.
Liar, make me an Arcana check.
Sure, try. What is my Arcana? 13.
There is very faintly, you felt a magical presence while he was grabbing you, and you can see where it was emanating from now that you're looking at him. Carved onto his chest seems to be some kind of rune, very faintly there, and it seems to be emanating some kind of enchantment magic from what you can tell.
I mean, this would just be another Arcana check, so I was gonna say, can I try and figure out what it does, but like, I don't know. I should have taken more spells that'll let me identify shit.
Yeah, I'll let you attempt to try and figure out what it does.
Is that another Arcana check?
Yes. Although the DC will be higher for that.
Get better. I did worse, I got an 8.
Oh. You're not quite sure, but you do know with the nature of enchantment magic, it's usually to mess with the mind, to control, or to influence.
Well, it's not dropping the firebolt, but he kind of relaxes a little bit. I think he's being controlled by someone. Or someone did put it on him before, you know.
Someone to take the fall.
I don't know what happened.
like- How long have you been around for?
Around what?
Like, alive. Alive. How long have you been alive for?
20 years?
Okay. And when was the person who made you killed?
5 years ago?
Could do my memory thingy again and try to see who/what put the enchantment on him.
That's like, go for it.
Okay. Now I could do it try to do it forcefully, or I could ask him if he'd let us, but I don't know how likely that would be.
I mean, nothing to remember. I'd say probably would let you. Or the shot, anyway.
Hey! So obviously we're both, all of us, a little confused. Would you be okay if I won't do anything or change anything or anything like that. I just want to look at your memories and maybe we can get some answers and possibly figure out what's going on?
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna be like, you might feel something, but I don't know if you will, so I'm just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna use my unstable mind thingy. Let me reread real quick and make sure I can do this multiple times a day. Doesn't say I can. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get a 10-minute segment of who put this enchantment on him.
So, as you delve into this memory, you can see that you can see from his perspective that there are things happening to him, but you don't see what's causing them. And the more you look at this, the stranger it feels. It's as though there's like a like clear silhouette there, but no one present. And it is not distinguishable at all. The only thing you're able to really make out is that this is clearly humanoid.
Does it seem like it's more of a his memory's been altered, or more of a just couldn't tell in the first place what it was?
Make me... I'm gonna check what this be. I guess make me an Arcana or History check.
Okay, let me see. Do I have a plus in either of those? I have a +2 in history. Let's go. Huh. Oh, that's cocked. Actually, I think it should be a +3 now because it's proficiency. Natural 20 for 23.
Let's go.
This would line up with something you were told about as... Well, when you were younger, perhaps you were told a story of something that could happen along these lines. It's possible for someone to lose their ties to the weave and cease to exist. This person may have been weave severed.
So, the person who did this to you, they're like gone. Like, the weave itself doesn't really remember them, so I think your revenge thing's honestly pretty pointless. Sorry I couldn't get any answers for you, though.
I don't know why I feel this way.
Maybe feelings still linger.
Mm-hmm. You never got any closure.
But there are other ways to deal with those feelings than
Attacking an entire town.
So can we agree to
innocent
stop
people.
doing that now?
Could you help me?
Sure, yeah. If you stop. Just gives the cloud a look like we'll talk later. Kind of look.
Okay.
Right. Okay. We'll unhold the. By unhold, I don't mean I'm setting it up. Just not doing the fireball.
Incinerate him.
Yeah. Yeah. After you
Murder him in
disintegrates it,
cold blood
I'll
now.
kill him. I don't know.
Releases it anyway.
Good talk.
Anyway,
Hey, can you turn it around real quick? And I shoot him in the head with it.
execution style.
That's my sentiment.
He goes into the room you all came out of, and he walks over to the furbolg that was bound. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Maybe just not
What?
talk to the guy you were about to torture and turn into something weird. Maybe just leave it alone for now.
Right.
So what's
Yeah.
up with the black ooze in the center of the floor?
Yeah, I couldn't get any.
Oh. That needs to go.
Yeah,
That
we
would be
heard you
preferable.
put someone in it.
Yeah. That's how I make the rot crimes.
Yeah, okay.
How do we unmake the beginnings of this?
You would need to delve into its mind somehow and shatter it.
I don't have
I
that in
guess
my
shatter.
I don't have that much in my wheelhouse.
It's a little above our pay grade.
I couldn't just.
I can make a spell scroll for dive into mind and shatter.
That's a really good spell. That's my
That's a
favorite
really good
spell, in
one.
fact. I can't just like pour acid on it and we call it done. We have to like do stuff.
That's mind sliver on it.
Do you?
No.
Give me a sliver of that mind, yum.
It's the only mind-related spell I have, but I'm not doing that. Earn it.
Maybe if you could talk to it, I don't know. I've never had them stop.
Oh! Hold on, what's her fucking name? One who talked to it the other day.
Elder Omri.
Yes. The elder Hummer. She talked to it. The full completed rock crank. Perhaps she can talk to this one.
Baby babble with it.
Maybe.
It's worth a
Is he
try.
is the guy taking his hood off yet?
Yes.
What does he look like?
He is a Warforged. From what you can tell, he looks pretty similar, at least in build, to that of the woman you all met at the tavern. Looks like Arlene a bit.
Hmm.
Okay, so right, just what do we do? Go back.
I mean,
go to the other. talk
We
to
gotta
her.
take him to the mayor, right? Like, we can't just leave him.
Yeah, we're not leaving him here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, he's being phobic. Like, it's complicated. Complicated. Hey, also, what do you mean when you said your necklace can do anything? What did that mean? What do you mean?
Yeah,
by
can I
that?
have it?
No.
I'm just kidding.
It can grant a wish.
Oh my god.
Why do you just have that?
Why do you just have that?
I
Oracle.
think my creator left it with me.
Would you... I don't want to use it, but no offense, I don't feel safe leaving that with you.
I understand.
Would you be willing to part with it?
He takes it off, and he goes to hand it over to you and falls to the floor.
Oh no. Well,
Okay, keep it on, you can keep it on.
He seems to be unconscious.
slip
Take
the
it and
necklace
put it-
back
yeah,
on.
put it back on him.
He looks up.
What happened?
Okay,
You got
cle-
turned off.
Yeah, you clearly need it to, like, live, so we're gonna keep that on you for now.
Okay.
Let you keep that, just don't use the wish.
He nods.
I wish this town never existed. Well, sport, that's against the rules.
Damn.
I don't
was not expecting fairly odd there.
want them to die.
Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
the easier
to me.
option of get revenge?
Oh
Just
my
make a
gosh.
wish.
I thought you said feather.
Oh goodness.
Don't you will walk up and tug at you, liar.
Why didn't he just wish for his person to come back?
I don't know. Well, like, I'm not a wish expert. I'm also not a people being separated from the weave expert and then trying to get revenge for that. I don't know. I feel like it might kill him if he uses the wish, so...
This is making my brain hurt.
Well, oh, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's take him out of here. Let's go to the other, and let's go to the mayor, and let's have a meeting. We'll have a chat, and we'll get this all sorted, okay?
Everyone just kind of looks around.
Let's go! Come on, everybody! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
No,
And I start just rounding people out.
Hey, quick question. Does the wall material seem to be made out of the same material as this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yum.
Uh,
It's the Alaskan
We'll deal with that
bubble.
later. We'll deal with it later.
not our problem, not our problem.
Warforged basement.
So, you all make your way back up and out. And it takes you a while, obviously, because it's a long stairwell, but you do eventually get back up. And you get back up into the library, and sure enough, fast asleep is Clyde.
That feels about right.
That's fine. I don't really think we need to wake him up. I feel like this might just give him a heart attack.
Guy, Clyde! No.
It might just give him a heart attack.
Although his familiar Nimbus is sitting on the desk and looks over at you all when you emerge from the stairwell.
Bye. Bye.
He just kind of yips at you.
But
Yeah, let's. We should probably take the books with us. How many books are there of these people?
I would say roughly 24.
Do you think if I put them in the bag of holding, there'd be any negative effects? I mean, they're not like alive, so they don't need to breathe, I think.
I'm gonna open Elmar. Do you breathe?
No. Nothing
Okay.
more. Why?
No reason. Close the book. I am
So
keeping
consider-
Elmar. Elmar is staying with me. I'm not putting him in the bag of holding, but you can do whatever you want with the others.
I guess let's just take these with us as well. We'll put the books in the bag.
You just hear a bunch of
There's no sound in there, they can't make noise.
Oh, they
Lots of
died
the tea
soundlessly.
Spills on one of them.
No guilty conscience for you.
Already dead!
Alright, you get the books in the bag.
Imagine if we did pull them out though and they were just having a tea party.
How do you do?
Oh, being a book's not that bad.
Are they having a tea party as the books or as the
Yeah.
people inside the books?
Don't ask questions.
That's a funny visual. I just imagine these
They have to be
books-
careful so that they don't get the ink wet.
They're like talking like a sock puppet.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
They've got Pagely there with them.
Oh, hell nah. They got the motherfucking Pagely.
Pagely jump
I
scare.
still don't trust Pagely. He didn't do anything, but I don't trust him.
He looked at you funny.
Alright, where you
Like
are?
this chicken gif is like a perfect loop. Where's he going?
Across the road.
Got it.
He's walking.
Why?
To get to the other side.
No fucking way. Ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to the... Get the Elder and then go to the Mayor. Be like,
Yeah,
hey,
because
come
the
with us.
elder can like try that while we're talking to the mayor. We don't have to.
Yeah, come here.
go
And
with
we
the
can
elder.
get our Sherbolg friend kind of healed.
Hey, elder, you want to talk to some weird ooze downstairs?
Yeah, I guess we'll head to the Elder first.
So yeah, as you guys head out, you get to the door and Clyde very abruptly wakes up. Oh, have a nice day.
You
You too.
too. Have fun with your nap.
Sleep well.
I will.
Love back sleep for you outside.
He does.
You hear his head hit the table.
You do.
This is the
Oh,
real.
no.
This is the real DMPC.
It's just me. Clyde is just me.
I don't know. I feel like Gamma, you'd notice if weird flesh books started appearing in your home.
Probably.
You're like, huh,
Okay,
look
but
at that.
what
Strange.
Okay, but what if your house was all books? You'd have a harder time noticing.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
But yeah, you guys make your way out, and you say you're going to the Elder.
Yeah, first. Elder, there's some dew in the
Cody
basement. Can
Elder.
you talk to it?
You make your way over, and Elder Amre's at the temple, as she has been. You can see that she is currently, when you left her the bodies earlier, she had them laid out. But now in each of their place, there seems to be a little seed.
You want
each
to
of
mind
them.
meld with some ooze downstairs?
It'll be fine.
Promise.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Uh,
Can I help you with something else?
We have some news. It's good, is it bad? It's neutral.
Yeah, I'm
Neutral
actually
news.
I'm gonna wait with the Warforged outside.
Okay.
So we have. So we went to the library, right? And we found these books, and they have like the souls of the people who died trapped in them. So, you know,
Oh,
yeah. Here, just pull it out.
I see. That is odd.
And well, we found the person who was making the rock crime. They were trying to make another one. So there's like this black ooze in the basement of the library, and we need to deal with that. And the only way to do it is to talk to it. And you talked to the other one, so we figured you could talk to that one too. It won't attack you. It's not quite there yet.
If it will help, then I'd certainly like to assist.
Should one of us go with you, or I mean, Clyde's there, but he's asleep. So,
I believe I'll be all right.
all right. It's on the second floor, right, Gamma?
Yes.
The entrance. It's on the second floor. There was a bookshelf there, and there isn't anymore. You can't miss it. Just be careful. I'm not sure if there's anything else down there, but there shouldn't be.
All right.
Maybe we should have checked their passageways before the Nash, which is fine.
Oh, and
Fine.
by the way, Ryland, I did, as you requested, your friend will be a glorious oak. Thank you. Could you leave this book with him?
And he'll hand over the book he picked up earlier.
Yes, I imagine that this... Yeah. I know I could probably talk to him if I opened it, but I don't want to disturb his closure. I'm sure wherever he is, he's happy. All right, well, I'll certainly leave it with him. Yes, should I meet you all back here?
Yes, we'll be back.
All right, I'll be back soon.
And she heads on out. What do you all do?
What was the name of the furball guy that I totally forgot?
Vatmar.
Vatsnar.
Vault.
Vatsnar. Phineas will just kind of turn to him. We should probably get you home.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Um,
And I can just take him, unless.
meet us at the mayor's then.
Yeah.
It's not far from the mayor, so it should be on the way.
Yeah, we can just drop you off then.
Perfect.
Oh, his house.
So yeah, he'll lead you all to where his house is, and you get on over there.
This is the place. Thank you so much for freeing me.
No problem, really.
I owe you one.
And he'll open his door, and very abruptly, a small dog runs up to him and it almost topples him over.
Oh,
You are Clark.
I miss you too. Come on.
And he turns and waves, and he'll shut the door behind the two of them.
at least we were able to save someone.
Well, hopefully we can get the souls freed from these books.
Hmm. Do you think that's a good idea?
Would it not be? I imagine they'll be trapped in there.
He thinks for a second.
I guess if it's released them to the afterlife, that makes sense, but, you know, I don't think bringing them back would be a good idea.
Yes, I know, not bringing them back, just, helping them move on.
And finding them.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Montague looks around at all of you. What do you think would happen if we... Now, I'm not saying we should do it, but what do you think would happen if we burned one of them?
No.
It'd be bad.
It sounds like there's from what Elwar was saying about the stomach wound I unintentionally gave him, I think they'd be stuck with the pain and injuries of burns for all eternity until their soul is released.
Ooh.
Or they just might stay on fire.
Ooh, that's...
Or that.
It's bad either way. Forget I suggested it.
It would hurt. Yes.
You know, I was thinking, how sometimes people burn magical things? But
That's
I
usually
guess
not a good idea.
that doesn't apply here. Just forget I said it. he looks terrified at the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cut to the mayor's on that then.
And on that note.
So yes, you all get over to the mayor's, and Lady Flavinko looks up as you all enter. Oh, you're back. Did you find anything?
He found
This guy.
this guy.
Step
Jazz
aside.
hands towards the Warforged.
This guy.
He's the
Fucking
one
guy.
who's been killing everybody.
He's like been enchanted to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
she
not
doesn't
really
really-
fully himself. Can't. Yeah, it's complicated.
I just assume that he's in control of himself while doing it. Could have been.
We should probably take him into custody.
Yes, he's agreed to stop. So,
Wait, are you going to help me?
we need to... Okay. Hey. So, were you the mayor 5 years ago? Were you still in power then? I mean, you still probably lived here.
I did live here, but I was not the mayor at the time.
Okay, well, I guess this is hard to ask because you wouldn't remember. But... There... Somebody, the person who made him, created him, was killed, according to him, 5 years ago, but they seem to have had their tie to the weave severed entirely, so I can't really remember them anymore. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that?
I can't remember such a thing. I definitely remember seeing this individual, but I don't know who made you.
Am I making connections that aren't there? But 5 years was also when the eyeless showed up and everything, right? Or was that
So
different?
I can go back. Give me a minute.
I could be remembering that wrong, but
Hold on.
Yes.
Wait, hasn't it been 2 years since Crowls?
It's been 5.
5 years.
five.
Five years.
Alex had a 5 years ago.
It could just be that that's an easy number to remember, and that's why. But also,
Fair.
who knows?
Yeah, the eyeless did come into the town about 5 years ago.
Yes.
Could be connected. Could just be Coincidence?
Coincidence.
I think not.
I think not.
But yes, I
Man's an
can't say
icon.
I've seen. Or I don't remember who could have made him.
I guess this is kind of a hard thing to figure out because they don't exist, so nobody remembers them.
Right.
Never did exist. Now.
Seems almost impossible.
Yes, but here, point out the rune enchantment. I couldn't figure it out, but this seems to be influencing. Did we ever get this guy's name?
No, you did not.
Landon, what's your name?
Axel.
Yes, this rune seems to be influencing Axel here. That might be the cause of his behavior, you know, making rat crimes and all that. So if it could be removed or traced, perhaps, you know, stop.
That might be. Yes, I'll tell you what. You all have done so much already. I think we'll have someone here try and figure out what's going on, and I'll tell you what. I'll try and contact you if I find anything out. But we'll try and help him.
Presenting the orb of sending.
Presenting the orb.
Ba, 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 ba. This is all in character.
This orb has been brought to
This is
you
all in
by...
character for me.
What? That's very pretty. What is
You
it?
just have to touch it, and then you can contact us through it.
Oh. And she will do so.
A new hand touches the beacon.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Yes, I'll contact you once I know anything.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't.
You've done so much for us.
Really no problem. So just don't take the necklace off. It seems to contain a wish spell, but also it keeps him alive. So,
Oh.
you know, might also want to get that looked at without removing it from his body.
Right.
And be nice to him. Doesn't seem to be, distressed. I understand that he caused a lot of pain, but I don't think he was in control of himself.
Yes, I understand that. We'll investigate as far as we can, and hopefully we can find answers. I imagine it'll take a while. But we'll certainly try. Thank you. Again, you've helped us all so much.
No problem.
Alright, what do you all do?
I'm gonna walk off somewhere outside and throw away the yucky embalming tool that I no longer need for evidence,
Okay.
and then just come back.
We should probably. Oh, fuck! I did not leave the books with I should have left them there. Oops. Well, we're gonna go back there. We'll just leave them there when we get back. I guess we should head back there because we said we would.
Meet back up.
Don't really have
We
anything else
just
to do.
agreed to. So yeah, I'll head back to the place where the other is. I don't know what it's called. The house.
You begin to head back to the temple.
Of the street.
The temple, yes.
On the way
house.
over, Rylan speaks up. That was hard. Knowing that person killed my best friend. Having to restrain myself.
I appreciate your restraint.
Your friend probably would too.
It's difficult, but until we know the nature of what's being done with that rune, we can't just kill him. And even still, that's
Right. I think I'll be fine. He got what he wanted. He said that if he ever died, he'd like to be an oak tree. And I'm sure he'll be happy in the afterlife, so that puts me at peace. He just smiles.
I'm very glad. Let's head back to the temple now.
Yeah.
Don't want to keep her waiting.
So you all get back over to the temple, and Elder Omre is there waiting for you.
Hey besties, just free to rock crime.
I was able to release it. It, was surprisingly talkative. It mentioned how it wasn't sure where it was or what it was doing. It just mentioned it was hungry, and it was hungry for light. But, as I had done before with the spell I cast upon the other, it caused this one to harden and shatter.
No.
It felt bad, but it's also a grave danger to so many people.
Yes, it was the right thing to do. Let's them at peace, and no one else will be attacked.
Well, it seems that things here have not sorted themselves out. You all sorted things out, but things here seem like they'll be better.
Speaking of better, here, just gonna take all of the 24 books out. These also have people in them, so they probably their souls need to be released so they can move on.
I can do that. Would you do the same for my friend? Of course.
We'll produce Elmar and hand him over.
No, I want to go. What if he does want to stay with us? That'd be great.
Well, I'll ask him.
Good friend.
Hey, hey, Elmar. So, this a nice lady here is going to try and get you guys out of these books. Do you want that, or you want to go wherever we end up going?
He's like, you stabbed me. What the fuck? I don't want to go.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't think he'll want to, but I'll ask.
That'll be a book.
You see him think about it for a moment.
Oh my god, he's thinking about it.
You know, if I just go to the afterlife, I suppose I would get to see some of the things I didn't get to see.
Promise not to stab you anymore.
Maybe.
Well, you'd better.
Probably.
Maybe.
Crossing my fingers behind my back. No, just kidding.
Scout's honor. Yeah, I tricked you.
Haha. You were
Immediately
fooled.
stab him.
Okay, I don't mean to be picky here. Could you do me a favor, then? I'll go with you if you bring me back here when I get bored.
Okay.
And
Pinky swear.
those are my terms.
Fine by me.
I'll be going plenty of interesting places, so you'll have a lot to see.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a boring moment yet.
Well, considering you stabbed me, I suppose that
How
Oh,
many
it's truth.
times do I have to apologize? I didn't know you were a person.
Enough for me to get satisfaction out of it.
That's
It's still
fair.
weird. It's still weird that you stabbed a book.
Yes,
All
who
of the
does
books
that?
said dead on them. We were trying to figure out how to get into the basement,
So
alright?
to
I was looking
solve
for
them-
clues.
So to solve your problem, you were going to make the books more dead.
Yeah.
You didn't even try and like read it first.
I can't.
How
I mean,
barbaric.
like open it.
You can't.
You guys didn't open them either.
That's fair.
Kalile, do we need to teach you how to read?
No.
Okay.
You'd just rather not know and then not be able to read things.
I can read.
You just said you
Just said you
couldn't.
couldn't.
Mm-mm. No, I didn't.
Yes,
Yeah, you did. We all heard it.
Everyone just looks at Kalile.
I can't believe you were treating me, Dune, and Elmar like this. I will be waiting outside. I leave.
Oh. God's above.
Well, I'd offer to teach them how to read, but clearly they don't want it. Also, I'm not a good teacher, so.
Well, I believe I have a lot of work to get to, so I think I'll start.
We'll leave you to it.
Feel free to stop by anytime you all are around. I'd love to see you. Love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Come to this town again. Oh, wait, we have to come back. Never mind.
Promised.
Well, what if he never gets bored?
True.
He's just having too much fun.
We're gonna
We
have
get
go
to
through
the next
emotional-
town, and he's like, "This isn't what I thought it would be." Like, take me back
We're
now.
gonna have to go through the emotional crisis of when we get attached to them and then he's ready to move on, but we're not ready to let him go.
Oh no. Can't wait.
I mean, what's he
When
gonna
I
do about it?
open
He's
the
a
book and I don't see his face anymore, I'll be so sad.
I miss him taunting me about that time I stabbed him.
Yeah. No one's gonna get mad at me for stabbing them anymore.
Oh, don't
I
worry.
feel like most
No.
people would actually.
Promise you, at least two
Sure,
other
most
people here will get mad at you for that.
Alright, what do you all do?
Let's go back to the tavern. You know,
Mm.
some arrest.
Alright.
To the tavern.
You guys are walking over. Ryland, I'll look at all of you.
What are you guys gonna do next?
Oh, schedule. We are going
Think
to go
we-
up to. What?
Yeah. I was just saying, I think we keep going north.
We are going north to Braxold after this, and then back south, but a different direction.
Mind if I come with?
I mean, if you want to, sure, why not? You'll have to deal with more stuff like this, because we do this a lot.
I've kind of grown fond of all of you.
That's nice. We're, should probably warn you that we're actively being, like, hunted. So,
Just a general disclaimer.
And
yes, we are being hunted by...
I'll deal with anyone
Magisters.
who's coming after you.
We have someone to do that too. Looks at you.
Montague looks at Ryland.
We can be a duo.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, sure.
Montague's gonna try to steal the brain cell. Oh no.
No.
Uh,
Give it back, Montague.
yeah, you two can... You can do that. Uh-huh.
Never mind.
Oh, sorry about leaving this guy with Montague. but-
R.I.P. It was nice knowing you both.
Well, if it protects you all, then I'm fine with that.
Now we're getting groupies.
We're
A
just
bookie.
that good.
They're just so cool. We have a fan club.
For the champion! Hell yeah.
All hail the champion.
Oh yeah, the champion.
Lucky this is out of character.
Alright, but yeah, you guys head on over to the tavern. Are you just going to... Are you just planning on going to bed, essentially?
I gotta clean myself off.
Wire may be exhausted, but it's not 10
Maybe.
o'clock yet.
I'm still covered in blood and slime and whatever else from the rock crime fight, so I'm gonna spend the night cleaning myself.
Yeah, you get bathed. You get squeaky clean.
Nice.
Phineas is gonna go over to Ryland, wherever he is.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey. You wanna have a few drinks and talk about your friend?
I'd like that a lot.
I know how it feels. And yeah, whatever you need, I'm here for you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, isn't tonight the blood moon?
Shh.
Oh.
Not important.
Just remember
Don't worry. I didn't forget.
that. You did. I know you didn't forget. I was just remembering.
I literally have it on a sticky note, so I didn't forget.
All
forget.
hail the sticky note.
Oh. NOP.
Nothing
It's just
bad
Phineas's
has ever
problem.
Nothing bad has ever happened on Blood Moon. Yeah, Phineas will have a few drinks with Ryland and talk about his friend.
Okay. Yeah, over the course of a few drinks, you get to know better his friend, Vidal, the Minotaur. And from what he kind of tells you, him and Vidal were pretty close.
Were they roommates?
They were not roommates. They weren't they weren't romantically interested, but they were very, very close friends. It was like, from how it's
Well, they were
described,
gay?
it's
Ooh,
like,
okay, I see.
see, okay, so I'm trying to think how to describe this.
They had a normal friendship.
Well, no,
God,
it's like,
that exists.
it's like when you have a relationship with someone where you're like, I'm so close to you, it'd be weird if we dated.
Yeah.
It was one of those. They genuinely did care a lot about each other.
Sorry, we're incapable. It has to be romantic, obviously.
Gotta be gay.
They gotta be gay.
As the resident ace, I'm okay with this.
I love this. We stand some
Thriving.
loving platonic relationships. Let's go.
Let's go! Baller.
Indeed. Yeah,
When
Ryland.
the relationships control are part of the Earth's crust.
Ryland
Tectonic
seems
relationship.
very, very
That
happy.
joke sucked.
I
That was
liked
so
it.
poorly executed.
I liked it. Tectonic relationship. Or yes.
Among Us.
I like that. To make it looks like a steak.
It isn't Among Us.
It isn't
It
Among Us,
isn't
but it looks
Among
like a
Us.
steak.
It's so hard to decipher it.
Ancient symbol.
Is
It's-
it Among Us?
I think I'd scream. Someone did that in person.
Among Us.
But yeah,
Do you want to vent with me, babe?
Doing
hate that.
it. Among Us.
And also,
Babe, what if we kiss in the vents?
oh my
JK.
gosh.
Unless.
What if we were the imposters together? JK, JK.
Oh my god.
What if we went on a coffee date next to the call button? Oh my god.
OMG.
It's back. We're in 2020 again.
Oh, my family's
Guys,
home.
we
God.
progressed.
Yeah. Among Us is
Good quiet.
Among Us is
Anyway.
he enjoys the gesture quite a lot. He seems very happy. He's in high spirits.
Good. Phineas is listening very intently and asking questions. Nothing specific, but
Yeah.
just genuinely being there.
All right. Anyone else up to anything?
Oh, this is
There you go first.
okay. This is not anything important at all, but anytime I am alone, I'm the most brain-rotting, unimportant, just word garbage is being explained and told to Elmar. Normally Dune is subjected to this, but Dune cannot respond. So now I'm just rambling at this book anytime I don't have anything to do.
He is absolutely engaging in conversation with you.
Nice. That's all.
I guess seeing as we have a new person, we have 2 new people, and he hasn't redone his schedule since he'll sit down and reformat everything to take into account the 2 new people we have with us.
New schedule.
For probably several hours.
Oh boy. Alright, you start to do some replanning. Anyone else up to anything in particular?
Nope.
Alrighty. So, after a while, the sun starts to set, and the moon begins to rise. Give me one moment.
Our new friend is dead because Finn...
What?
Nothing.
Oh, right. Phineas an herb.
You can see in the sky is the moon, ever crimson glowing. And as you had the night before, the first night you witness the moon, you hear the distant howl. And Phineas, you start to feel a sensation as though your skin is expanding. You feel your hair stand on end as they seem to grow rapidly into that of fur and patches that spread across you, and you begin to shift.
As soon as he starts to feel it, he's gonna book it just out somewhere.
Okay. Are you going anywhere in particular?
Hmm. He's gonna get to as much as the outskirts of town that he can, not necessarily down anywhere, but enough where he can try not to be seen. If possible.
Alright. Make me a stealth check.
That is a 15.
Okay. You slip out and you run as fast as you can. Let me see something here. Interesting. So, how far do you go? You said outskirts of the city. So are you like leaving the city? It's like going to the forest or...
Yeah, going into the forest, but he still wants to be able to see inside. So, like, just a few feet into the forest.
You get out there into the forest, and as more and more of your body seems to shift and change, you notice that Alan has been following. What's wrong?
Nothing, just go back.
transforming.
I'm fine. Just go.
At this point, your fingernails have elongated into claws, and you have a more hunched posture as your back is extended as that of a grizzly bear hump.
Please, Ryland.
I don't just leave you. Are you gonna be all right?
I'll be fine. You might not be. Leave.
He starts to walk away, and then he very quickly rushes towards you. And as you turn to look, you hear him collide with something. And he is pinning a very strange looking undead creature to the ground that was clearly lunging for you.
Turn around and go to it.
He's just kind of holding it there, and this creature is writhing.
What's it look like?
You can see this pale white creature. It has very... It has like almost like perfect white skin. Like it is like paper white. And it is very thin, very gaunt. You can see bone sticking out in certain places. And it just has this expressionless face and these... To say eyes wouldn't be correct. It's more like that of a skeleton where they're just sockets. Although you can tell that there's something in there watching.
Fuck.
I don't think it's safe out here.
Well, it's not safe back there either.
I don't want you to get hurt out here. Just come with me.
Where?
Go to my house.
You okay with some damaged floorboards?
If it's to keep you safe, I don't care.
Thank you.
Well, let's go.
Follow. Go with him.
And he kind of... As he lets go of the creature just kind of lies there. It does not look like it's breathing anymore.
Good
He's
for
just
him.
Evie.
Just in case, Phineas will take one of his claws and...
And what you cut out.
Oh, Phineas will just take one of his claws and stab through its head.
Yeah,
Just
it's
in case.
definitely dead now. If it wasn't already. Yeah, Ryland will lead you back into the city and very quickly to his house. And he'll let you inside.
Where would you rather stay here in the living room, or what would you rather do? I don't care about any damage or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Here's fine.
I'll
Thank you.
give you some privacy, but I'll be upstairs if you need me.
I appreciate it. If things get too loud, please don't come down.
Okay, I promise.
Phineas will just smile very weakly.
Yeah, you will return said smile and he'll go upstairs. You start to turn more. Your arms seem to elongate. The tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes begin to become padded. And pretty soon you've completely transformed.
Does this time feel any different or more in control than last time at the doctor's house?
You feel a faint burning sensation, but it doesn't feel. It just feels irritating. Like, it is very irritating, but it doesn't necessarily feel painful. But other than that, you seem to be in control.
Sweet. Phineas is gonna kind of just pace back and forth in the room as much as he can and keep a look outside for anything that he might have been warned about creeping along.
Make me a perception check at advantage.
That is a dirty 20.
You do witness something. You can see that walking up behind a man who was manning a market stall, you see a woman approaching behind him very slowly. And you can tell from here that she is also shifting. You can see fur growing along her arm, and the arm getting bigger, and her body seeming to contort to that of a more feral posture. And she creeps up behind this man and grabs hold of his shoulders and pulls him over and bites his neck.
Oh, that's not good.
And as she releases him, the man too begins to shift.
Oh.
And then you see the two of them scamper off into the city.
Mm. Phineas is gonna kind of. Can he hear if Ryland? Hear if. Fuck. Can he hear if Ryland is asleep or not?
You can hear footsteps every now and then from upstairs.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna try to go quietly out do my best to stealth out the door.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Not sure how. 15.
So, you open the door and you step outside, and Ryland is outside waiting for you.
God damn it. I
Where are you off to?
following them.
Are you
It
going alone?
not- Are you gonna let me?
No.
Okay, then no.
Let's go.
Off we go.
So, the two of you begin to make your way in the direction of these two that have shifted. Meanwhile, is anyone else up to anything?
Time is it?
It is around 8 p.m.
I'm probably still doing what he was in the tavern.
Sharing all the hot goss with
Furiously
LR.
ripping up every time he fucks up and starting a new one.
Okay. Does anyone
take notice of Phineas not being around either.
I probably did, but because I also noticed it last time, I'm just like talking to Elbar, like, okay, so sometimes Phineas just leaves, and I know it's not my place to ask questions, so I'm just gonna sit here and hopefully he doesn't die.
Yeah, I imagine Lyre saw Phineas leave the tavern, but he's very absorbed in his task, so he's probably like, it'll be fine.
Typical Finn behavior.
Typical Phineas.
It just
Leaving.
happens.
Without
Runs
telling
away.
anyone. Leaving without telling anyone. Okay, actually, maybe he would be a little concerned. But...
Yeah, but also ran out of the building, so we all heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very panicked as he ran out the building. I will say that.
Okay, yeah, he'll probably. Is anyone else down here, or is it just him? Is still at the tavern? Let's go to the rooms.
I mean, I'm in my room because I was bathing.
Is Jeb down here?
Jeb.
Port.
Port died
Port.
like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm muted.
Yeah.
Jeb is out like a light.
Oh, okay.
It's 8 p.m., Jeb.
He's old.
He is old.
Grandpapa Jeb.
Old moment.
Phineas could be dying and you're snoring.
Honestly, valid.
True.
Right. Well, given that everyone else is either talking to Bookman or...
I mean, you can come and get me. I'm not gonna stop you. I know Phineas left. I just wasn't that worried.
Yeah.
Lyle, normal behavior? Question mark.
Probably waits like 15, 30 minutes before he goes to get Kalile. He's like, he'll come back, and then he doesn't. And he's like, okay. He'll find Kalile, knock on the door.
And that's why we call him the champion. Oh, hello?
Hi, did you hear Phineas leave?
Yeah?
I heard he does that often.
He said it like once.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think often is the word. He just sometimes does it.
Right,
Oh my
but
fucking shit.
he sounded like... It looked like, pretty in a panic. I didn't want to stop him because I was
You want
in
to
the
go get
middle
him?
of in the middle of something, and like,
Let's go get him.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yep, let's go get him.
Should we pick up Jeb?
Do you think you can? I've tried. It never works.
Yeah, I should probably just let him get some sleep. I'm sure Phineas is fine, but it's best to check.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to look for clues of Phineas.
Also, something you notice on your way out. Montague is sitting at the table with the bugbear he asked a weapon from, and they're talking.
You're giving him away.
You?
So you remember when he went up to the bugbear in the tavern and asked for a weapon, and they were all too heavy
Yeah, I
for him?
remember that.
Yeah, he's talking to him. He's sitting with him, talking with him.
I'll give him a wave.
Wave. Wave, smile.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Weapon meet cute.
Weapon swap.
Blade crossblowers.
Yeah, you're looking for clues.
What are obvious Phineas clues, Emmy? What are obvious Phineas clues?
Well, right now he's a
purple
fucking bear. Purple.
That's one clue. Purple.
Purple. He
We see
has
purple
horns.
around. Okay.
Wearing
clothing.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
That wouldn't matter as much right now.
Yeah, and we're in trees, so we can't really follow your footprints.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll look around and see if we can find things.
If you can smell sadness, that's helpful.
I will try to smell the sadness.
Can we smell keeping secrets.
I'm gonna try to smell what the rock is cooking.
Smell keeping secrets.
So hidden secrets.
May
You
I
smell
roll?
those.
Check him secrets.
The scent. There's a very distinct smell.
I would like to roll insight on purple.
It smells like lies.
Smells like deception.
There's already 2 purple here. I think you'll get confused. You'll get thrown off the trail.
That's true.
I would
Tearing
say
this family apart.
make an investigation check. As you're
I
trying
got
to find
this.
it.
Let's go.
Okay.
Natural 20! I'm getting you, Phineas.
You did, because I got a 5.
Damn it.
I'm getting you, Phineas.
My child is gonna come after me.
Hide from us. You can hide
Finding
from
my
me.
dad.
From Kalil.
Finding my parental figure.
So Kalil, as you all step out, Kalil, you notice both Ryland and Phineas turn the corner up ahead to your left.
Like, do we notice Phineas or like?
You saw a bear.
I was gonna start tugging Liar in that direction.
What-
Let's
what-
go.
Hair is purple though.
There's a
What is
purple
it?
bear,
Purple
and that's
bear.
not normal as far as I know.
It's not that abnormal. Maybe someone just dyed its fur.
Well, you also saw Ryland.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to say that
part.
Yeah, well, Rylan was there too, so I figured
Why is
Probably
Ryland with a
Phineas.
purple bear? Oh,
Purple,
Why is
yeah.
Why is Phineas a bear? I mean, like, but like not,
No, I don't. Please explain.
No.
I'm 10.
Why are they the animal, a bear? It's weird.
What other kind of bear would there be? Anyway, let's go.
Well, you see, Kalil.
Oh no.
Bear is a term that we use to denote,
Oh, yes, you follow the trail.
Mhm.
So, Phineas, you and Ryland, as you are pursuing these two shifting creatures, you all make it to the outside of Braxhold Keep. And you can see that, very strangely, there are several people who have shifted, all standing outside,
That's town.
and no guards around.
Oh.
I mean, I guess it is a druid town. It's not that unusual.
Yeah, you're about, I'd say, roughly 80 feet away around the corner, and you can see them all. Just a horde of them. There seems to be about maybe 15.
Wait here.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, fellow shifters.
How you doing, fellow kid? I'm gonna go talk to. Not a good idea.
I'll be ready if you need help.
Thanks. How far back are Liar and Kalil?
Question, however back are us?
Back are us? What a good
I'd
story.
Back are
I'd
us.
say,
You need a new back? We got you.
I'd say, like, by the time you guys notice them, I'd say it didn't take you that long. So you're like approaching them now, as Phineas is getting ready to walk away.
Hey, Phineas.
You
what's
just see
up?
the same slightly glowing dark figure from Strixig. Hey!
Kalil jumps again. No.
Hey, so, what's going on here, bud?
Go back to the inn.
If you talked to us beforehand, we wouldn't have to follow you. We're here now.
You could
Go
have
back.
just had a conversation with us about this, and then wouldn't have been an issue. We'd have left you alone.
I'm talking to a
Hi.
bear.
Yeah, you're talking
Sure.
to a dark purple bear who has the same horns as Phineas.
That's awesome.
I go. I
No,
will have this conversation when we get back. No, no.
We could have had this conversation several days ago.
We could have. I didn't want to.
Oh, you know.
And this is the consequence, and I sit on the floor.
No. No.
Normally, I would take Kalila back with me. However, I do think you owe us an explanation.
Right. I don't have a great one.
Well, any explanation you could give would be nice.
Just kind of looks down at himself the best he can. It happened. Blood moon thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Don't know anything else about it?
No.
Make an insight check on that.
I will too, but I don't have my own.
Neither do
Oh,
I.
18. 18.
Let's go deception.
All right.
That's
16.
5.
Yeah.
It's hard to lie as a bear.
All right. Well, what do they gauge from that?
That he's 100% lying, and that they're probably starting to recall things that have happened, like him stopping in the woods and the night. Kalaya would definitely the night with the doctor. And that Phineas is definitely in communication that they could piece together.
With all due respect, Phineas, we're not that stupid. Right?
I know you're not. And I need you to be not that stupid and just trust me. And please go back.
It's a little bit hard. It's a little bit late for that right now, you know? Look,
So there's these celestial bear things that they're here, kind of, not kind. It's a
I mean,
thing.
you're cutting out a lot.
Oh God, why?
Funny.
Don't know.
You lied to us.
Because I lied.
You got your tongue cut out in real life. Lying.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
There's these powerful bears. They're around here somewhere. They're with me. Not really.
Hey.
I just
So-
know that I'm dangerous and so are they. And
I mean,
You don't seem dangerous.
we're talking just fine.
right now, yeah.
You kind of just seem like Phineas, but a bear.
Big.
I can't guarantee that it'll stay that way.
Well, if it comes to that, we are perfectly capable of handling ourselves.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes. If anything, we could just run. We had to.
Yeah.
Running
We're not-
doesn't work every time.
It's not that far to the inn. You're not
Many.
going to hurt us. I don't believe you will. Alright. We're not. I don't know what's going on over there. He gestures to all the fucking. But even I understand it would be unwise for us to get tangled in with that. But
Oh, why do you have to get tangled? I don't understand. Why can't you just
it's
not?
the movie Tangled.
Oh, Rapunzel!
Let's go!
Phineas, let down your hair.
Let down your horns.
Ow.
His hair's
Ow.
longer than its horns.
True.
grow your horns really fast.
Please.
All of them. They're significantly bigger on the bear. I just want to go. I just want to know what they're doing, okay?
Then we
You're
will
confident
wait
that
here
they're not going to attack you.
while you do that.
We don't want anything to happen to you.
So, stay here. All right. We're not gonna go. We're not gonna walk up with you, but we'll be here in case you need us.
I'm not gonna be able to talk you out of this, am I?
No. Oh, maybe you would have, but not anymore.
I'll keep them safe.
Just a quick nod.
Bear nod.
Bear nod.
Okay, well, you can get off the floor now.
I'm kind of comfortable here.
Right.
And he'll go approach the meeting.
Hey, what's up, fellow kids?
What's up, fellow bears?
Hey,
We're about to watch
not
Phineas get
one-
murdered. You're a normal purple bear. You're not one of us cool celestial purple bears.
Yeah, jeez. You're not from
Joke's
around
on
here,
you.
are you, Phineas?
So, Phineas...
I bet your brother's name is
No.
Ferb.
That's not what my second shield says.
Verb, but with a PH.
Herb with a PH.
You approach this horde, and they seem to turn towards you and watch you walk up. What do you do?
Finger guns.
Oh no. I just hi.
You just say hi.
Yeah, this is going well
Turn
already.
around and walk away.
Real smooth.
Never mind.
They look like the one meme of all the party girls holding solo cups and looking back at the camera.
Yes.
That's pretty accurate.
I don't know why.
Who invited you?
It just makes me viscerally upset whenever I see it.
Okay, give me a second.
He's gotta pull up the stat sheets.
No.
Hey Phineas, what's your AC? Your bear form.
Stop asking.
Are you here to feast as well?
I'm not. Fuck.
What are we feasting on?
We feast upon the mare.
Oh.
Oh,
No?
that sounds.
One of us shall rule.
Oh.
Oh no. Right. And the mayor's really protected though, you know. Maybe don't.
Not anymore.
Oh.
And they kind of step away, revealing that there are several corpses in a pile.
Oh fuck.
Well, this is just nature, guys, alright?
I would like to take a moment to use my telepathic link to link with Phineas and just, how's it going?
How's it going, Phineas?
Can I respond telepathically?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, they're
Just
gonna
says you
eat
can
the
speak
fucking
telepathically.
bear.
Oh! Oh! I tug on Liar's sleeve. Oh, Liar! They're gonna eat the bear! They're gonna eat the bear!
Oh.
You don't seem that bothered.
I don't really know what to do about that. That's a lot of information.
That's like a not a me problem.
How many are there? How many like? Okay, that's not a me. That's a them problem, right? NOP, you
It's a
might say.
Braxhold problem. We are
You
not
might
Braxhold
say-
people.
You might say NOP.
There are about 17 of them.
Oh
no,
my God.
No shot.
No.
None. I'm going
think
to
we
be
just-
honest with you, Kyle. I don't really think there's anything we can do here.
Do we just cut our losses and get out of here?
Considering it. I don't know if we should leave, but we're not gonna be able to stop them.
No,
right?
no, definitely not.
There's a lot of them. And
Yeah.
we're pretty tired, and it's late. Maybe. Hey, why don't you warn the mayor about that? Give her a heads up. You know, she's connected to the orb. You could talk to her and tell her.
Oh,
to get
you're
out.
right. I'm gonna try to duck
Or
behind the
something.
building. So duck behind the building so that the orb isn't like shining for all of the shifting creatures to see, and just very panickedly, like, Mayor, wake up, Mayor. She's probably not asleep yet, but
Mayor, wake up.
hey,
Oh,
so there's like,
hi.
hey, it's Kalile. I don't know if you remember me, but there's like an uprising happening near the Braxwell Keep. There's a bunch of like animals that I think are people, but animals. They killed a lot of people, and they said they want to eat and kill you.
What?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Forgot about this.
She, you can hear her get up from wherever it is she's sitting.
Nice.
My guards are out there.
Yeah, no, there's no guards.
They were out there.
I think they're either killed or part of the revolt.
Oh.
Realistically, what can we do here, right? I don't have anything to teleport it out.
That's a problem.
If she dies, like, alive.
Is there?
Only
Do you
once.
know if there's like, this isn't really that important, but maybe possibly why do they want to kill you? Why do they not like you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's fair. They seem a little hungry, like kill hungry, bloodthirsty. I don't know what to do.
Let me just refer to my alternate schedule where there's an uprising to kill the mayor.
Yeah, obviously the champion prepared for this.
I penciled that in right over here.
I wouldn't be surprised with this man.
Had to cancel the chess game that was scheduled, but I guess we can save the
I
mayor.
can stop it, yeah. Alright, guys, we can save the mayor, but that means we can't take any bathroom breaks until we get to the next town tomorrow. Sorry,
What if I
you have to
pissed
stay on
myself
schedule.
trying to save the mayor?
Too bad. Well, then you don't have to do it later.
No.
Fine, I'll piss myself later.
Not where I thought that was going.
Lyle pissing themselves is already on the agenda.
God damn it.
I let a pencil in you pissing yourself. I gave some time there. I can shuffle some stuff around.
It takes me a little bit. I get nervous.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Does it always circle back to this?
It always does.
Funny! Piss is funny, what can I say?
A circle of piss, just let it happen.
That's what I do during my time. There's a reason it has to take time.
Piss is funny, Gamma.
It is. I know the mayor is like freaking out, but piss is funny.
Piss equal funny.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
What should I do?
I have no idea. Do you have any like secret exits or anything to like leave out of, or?
I could go out of window, but I don't know. Other than that,
Liar, do you think you're strong enough to fly the mayor away if you sneak around back and meet
Blair
her?
looks down at himself and looks back at Kalile. How big is the mare? Like, what are we talking here?
So she's a furball woman, so she's a
Yeah.
little larger.
No chance. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Um,
Hmm.
I can get up to her and try to assist her escape down, but what do I have? Do I have anything?
We could like just start blowing up the town, you know, chaos with more chaos. Maybe it'll chase them
No.
out.
Please don't
Okay.
do that.
I'm trying to
Bad
save your
idea.
life here. I don't hear any other
I
ideas.
don't want to endanger more lives, though.
Speech. Do I have spell-wise anything at all? Should I say right hand? Commit against spell vessels. No.
Wait, you said they were shifted creatures, right?
Yeah. I think so, at least.
Maybe silver?
Just start throwing money at them. I don't know if that's gonna solve the problem.
Oh, I was always told that they have an aversion to it.
Yes. Is this out? Oh, yeah, it's Norbit is out lab. We don't really have like silver anything.
I have plenty here.
Okay, well I guess I can fly up to you and get it. I don't really know what to do with it after that. Do we just like chuck it at them? Hit them in the back of the head?
Bonk them real hard.
Threaten them with it?
Maybe if you...
Brandishing the silver.
I don't know.
Get back!
Maybe we could pour it on them?
We got what? What'd you say?
Maybe we could pour it on them, I don't know.
Is it like melted?
I don't think I have time to do all that.
Do you have the ability to portal them out? Is that what you said?
Hmm? No, if we could pour this silver on them, maybe.
Oh, pour them. Where are you gonna get
from
liquid silver?
I can do
Well,
it from
no, I mean,
above,
I could put it all in a chest and you could dump it on them.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, again, I'm not strong enough to lift that.
I mean, if you lift me up there, I could get it and then dump it.
Okay, but you'd still... I would have to lift you up there. How close to that to keep? I mean, I guess. Okay, this is a plan.
I'm gonna warn Phineas via
Yeah,
telepathic
okay,
to not get close.
We'll be there at the window in like a minute or two.
Okay.
Tell Phineas to keep them busy, Kyle.
Okay. Okay, Phineas. So, real quick, we talked to the mayor. Shit's getting wild. We're gonna go get a bunch of silver and try to dump it on all of the shifter creature things. So don't get too close. If you don't like silver.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Okay, try to keep them distracted for like another minute or two while we get all the silver together.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Blair just, like kneels down. Just get on my back. It's gonna be
I
painful.
climb.
He'll attempt to get both of us, he'll like take a route around so they don't fucking see us, but he's gonna, go and find the mayor's window.
All of Liar's hollow bones just snap.
Fucking hard. He's weak as hell.
I'm that heavy. I'm 3.5 feet tall.
-7 strength. Not -7, holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
7.
Oh my god.
7 strength. I'm a -2.
As you go to walk off, Rylan will look at you.
Oh, I forgot he was here.
I'll stay out here and keep watch, and I'll come running if anything happens before you get back.
Got it.
Cool.
We'll be back. Hopefully. Fly Kyle and try to find the mayor so we can get the silver.
Yeah.
So,
But we can't come fucking back to this town after this shit.
Fuck Braxhold.
All the guards are dead.
Fuck this shit.
This town sucks. I almost got killed. The only thing I got out of it was this book friend.
so you guys go around the back,
The book friends we made along the way.
and you can see that there is an open window, and you can see the mayor is waving out. She doesn't
Well-
necessarily see you because it's dark out,
Fuck.
but she's like waving
The
to
window.
signal where she
Lyra
is.
will fly into the window, grasp the edge and pull himself and he just collapses onto the floor once he gets inside.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Oh, it's us. Where's the silver?
I didn't see you coming.
It's dark outside, sorry.
Yeah.
I have it right here. And she has 3 chests full of silver.
So we have to find a way to, like, get this onto the roof, because I can't lift it.
Like ropes and stuff. We can make like a pulley system. I could lug them onto the roof if you guys can tie them or whatever.
Yeah, we could try that.
Sure, yeah, but... I have a bag of holding. What's wrong with me?
You could shove them in the bag of holding and send it up with me or with you.
I fit an entire chest into the bag of holding.
You could fit the contents of it in there.
Yeah. And that way I don't have to try to pour like 3 different chests at once.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that. I'll put all of the fucking silver into the 3 chests into the bag.
Do you have anything else that's like made of silver or anything? Like a candlestick or like a sword or anything like that?
Yeah, I have a few daggers.
Get those in there too. Might as well.
She'll put
Bro,
them in
we
there.
about to do an airstrike on these
Silver King
motherfuckers. Just gonna fly over them and just like dump it back at me.
Alright, but yeah, you get everything in there.
Okay, let's go to the roof. Yeah, I can't carry you, so you're gonna have to climb.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
I would if I could, but I am so tired carrying them, and they're like 10.
Yeah. I'll help you climb up. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, she'll follow your lead. Are you all going up to the roof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the roof.
Let me make an athletics check.
Oh, she falls. She's fucking failed my athletics check. I have to catch her.
So she starts climbing, and she immediately ducks back inside. I don't know if I can do it.
Get up there. Start pulling her up.
Lyle boot camp.
Give her the help action. With your help, she manages to barely make it up, and she pulls herself up and just lays there.
That's all we needed. Hard part's done. Let's go.
Okay.
It's time to dump silver on them, rain it from above.
Yep.
Okay. We'll peek over the edge. How's it going down there?
So, meanwhile, down below, what is Phineas up to distract?
Do something distracting.
The second Phineas does anything, they're gonna instantly know something is up.
Starts Fortnite dancing.
Hey, do you guys want to see a magic trick? Ooh. You do
I
the
call
thing
it
where you like pretend to separate your thumb.
That's your nose.
What is
So-
Phineas doing?
You're just gonna all go eat the like.
Oh,
Please explain this to me. You said one of you's gonna be the ruler here. Is that just gets to her first?
It'll be whoever. They look at each other.
Oh no.
think about this shit.
This really was a night of passion kind of thing, huh?
I just want to kill.
Like-
You guys want to kill the mayor tonight? I think it'd be like
Fuck yeah! Let's go!
like a fun little silly quirky thing for us to do.
Make a check. Oh.
A lot of dice. It's a lot of dice.
They're fine.
He's still rolling. He's still rolling. He's still
Mob
rolling.
mentality is wild.
He's still rolling.
Oh no! There's so many.
Anyway, you just randomly take
All
just
but
some
4 of them look like, oh, shit.
Who will be king?
and
I guess
other
we'll
4
have a brawl.
you're just gonna fight each other for it.
Yeah.
Ew! I didn't like how you said that.
Either. It's weird. The fuck? Yeah. Oh,
I do my best here.
like, oh, it's so bad.
That was such like 55-year-old man who's drank one too many beers is trying to talk to you about something.
Good.
It's
Finally.
like sharing a conspiracy theory. It's like, oh, you really believe that? It's like, okay, let's all calm down.
Okay, Dad. You can go back.
Yeah, it really was.
Let me tell you something, kiddo.
No, I'm
Listen,
good.
yeah, kid.
Listen.
I'm just gonna go lay down.
this guy.
I'm sorry, Gabriel, continue.
We'll fight each other for it, yeah.
It just doesn't
I hate
sound
this.
very.
I want to kill this guy.
He deserves to have
Just-
silver dropped on him.
Sounds like he's already choking on it.
I mean, is it just like to the death? Because if it's to the death, doesn't that like get rid of the point?
No, we just knock each other out. Whoever is last, wins.
Yeah, they really thought this one through, didn't they?
They're so smart.
Yeah.
And you chose. So were you from like around here, and you just chose the mayor because easy? Like, why not go higher up? You know?
I don't
You
think
could
this is a
totally-
very good idea anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but probably not.
mm. I mean, you can do what you want, man. I'm just.
I
It's
love
just-
I love the mental image that this is all happening between like bears. That's like Disney
is my
movie.
plan.
This is Disney movie stuff.
This is my plan all along.
What else? We can
Brother
only
bear.
hear Phineas, so it's just roaring at each other like, what the fuck are they saying?
Yeah, big guy.
Uh,
But yes, you do definitely distract them.
So yeah, once we're on the roof, I guess I'll message. I'll talk to Phineas. Okay, we're ready for the silver. If you're out of the way, if everything's okay.
Go for it. Then you also kind of back up a little bit.
Alright.
Coins away.
With the bag and just start dumping it on people, I guess.
So these coins spill out onto them, and there's just shrieks of agony.
Oh.
I feel bad, but also not really.
Yeah, I don't think it'll kill him.
Yeah,
I
Hopefully.
think you
Knock
should
on wood.
retreat.
And
Can't see me from down
after,
there. Oh wait, they probably have night vision.
see,
They can definitely see me.
there's a lot of silver, and it's coming from 3 stories.
Yeah.
Ow.
You, let me check somebody.
Am I about to kill a bunch of people?
Are you about to commit murder?
Whatever. Not the first time.
Just screaming, "Flee now or die by silver!"
And by silver!
Just making such empty threats from three stories away from any sort of danger.
From a 10-year-old.
So
Like,
they
oh,
all pass out.
are they like
So
they
you
pass
pour
out
it
in the way that Montague makes people pass out, or in the way that they actually pass out?
You're not sure, but so
Okay.
as these coins go raining down on them, you see them all. You hear them shrieking, and you see them kind of writhing around until they all collapse from the pain.
Good to know.
You threatened the mayor and you paid the price in silver.
Just turns around and gives a thumbs up. We got it, Mary.
What is happening?
I have
Got him,
no
boys.
idea.
I can't tell if they're dead or just like passed out.
Phineas.
Will land on the
What?
ground.
Are you okay? It got really quiet.
I'm fine.
Cool.
Phineas
Well,
will
Phineas
go
is
and,
fine.
like,
Lara will touch down on the ground.
Phineas will come back and kind of nudge one of the leader dude he was talking to.
He's breathing. He has a pulse.
He's fine.
We stopped an uprising, I guess.
It wasn't a very good one.
No.
Slowly help the mayor off the roof.
Yes, I say she sees the ladder go down. And she's like, oh.
I can't fucking carry her. What do you want from me?
Oh, a flip.
I'll do a flip.
I'd say
Catch me!
with your help, Belial, you are able to help the mayor down.
Cool.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Um,
Look, I've had to do a lot of things for mayors before, but never something like this, so...
maybe it was just like a thrill of the night kind of thing.
For the moment.
They had no plan.
Well... She looks over. The guards are, like, dead, right? They're, like, fucked. Like, gone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they like are innocent or anything, but I don't know if there's any likelihood of this happening again.
You're
not.
the authority figure here, so...
Slowly turns to mayor.
Hey, was this, like, was it all of your guards, or was it just, like, some of them?
So you look around and you don't see a single guard.
Oh.
Your guards kind of suck.
Okay, so you have no guards, and there was an uprising, and they might do it again, and...
I
mean,
don't know what to do.
they'll turn back into people
Yeah,
after tonight. You can
but
lock them out.
with what people to lock them up? There's no guards.
Job fair.
I don't know
I mean,
what to do.
You could possibly at least find out like why. Like someone here had to have a reason to like suggest it, so like maybe figuring out why.
Did you learn anything, Phineas?
They were all really stupid.
Well, yeah.
No, that's just it. They had no... Could Phineas gauge if one of them was, like, more on board with this than any of the others?
They all once it came around to them where they're like, huh, maybe this might not be a good idea. They all seem to be in agreement.
Yeah, no, it's a hive mind. They're just all...
Well, maybe
They
they
just
won't
did it to do
again.
it. I mean, you fucked them up pretty good.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. But do you think they'll try and take revenge on you for that, Mayor? For me doing that?
I don't know. I know
Maybe
as
you
much
should
as you all do.
go somewhere else for a while.
But who do I put in charge? I don't have a regent or anyone.
The issue is anyone you put in charge is going to be in the exact same position as you. So
what do I do? Do I just evacuate the city?
Bro, I actually have no fucking clue. Actually, I don't know what to do here.
That seems a little drastic.
I appreciate that you seek our advice, but I really don't know what to do here.
Do you know anyone who does?
The easiest option would be to kill them, but that's cruel.
You could try reaching out to the other mayors and stuff and maybe seeing if they have any advice or could lend some support
we know
or something.
mayors. 2 of them.
Presents the orb.
We know 2 mayors.
Many contacts.
You can talk to him.
And the Duke.
You know that.
Yeah, but like that whole situation's a bit dicey.
That's true.
Maybe don't talk to the Duke.
Yeah, I don't do that one.
I don't really want to.
I'm gonna put the orb down and slowly start picking up silver pieces off the floor.
Okay.
We earned it. We used to bludgeon people almost to death.
Phineas is side-eyeing Kalile.
As I'm doing it, I'm also checking to make sure none of the people are like too terribly hurt.
It seems as though they just passed out from intense and sudden exhaustion, essentially.
Lar will grab the orb, seeing as it's been put down, get you in contact with. Shit.
You said you were adventurers to Chapin, right?
Yes, we can get you in contact with Chapin and with Mayor Morgan. I don't know how much the two of them could do, but they could give you advice at least.
Let me speak with Chapin.
Well, it's called Chapin.
So you call him up.
How late is it, by the way?
I'd say by this point it's probably around 9 o'clock. Yes.
Hi, Mayor Chapin. It's Lyre.
Good evening.
Clell's busy looting the ground.
Checking on people.
Yeah, sure.
Something the matter?
How would you like to talk to Mayor Favenko, Mayor of Vraxel? She needs your help, like, really bad, and we don't know how to help her. So, here, Mayor, though.
Of course.
Here, we'll put you on. Hand over the orb.
Yes, I Chapin, long time.
Hello. Hope you're well.
Electing mayors.
At the moment, I'm not. So, long story short, people in my city turned into lycanthropes and tried to kill me, and now they're passed out, and my guards are all dead.
Oh, that, what?
Yeah.
I could send some reinforcements, but they wouldn't be there until the morning.
I need advice, please. I don't know what to do.
So, they transformed, and your guards are dead, and... This might sound strange coming from me, but what's your biggest concern here?
I don't know. I might die. The people in the city might die. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm at a loss.
Line horizontal line.
We could throw him in the secret place underneath the library for a little bit. Just for a little bit until we figure what's going on.
The bookcase is still open.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to close it.
Wait a second. That might be a good idea.
Haha!
We could just, leave some food down there for them, and, when they wake up normal, we let them out.
Yeah, but they're still gonna remember the fact that they tried to kill you.
Yeah, have an actual conversation and don't just, blow it off.
How do we get them down there? You don't have anyone to carry them. And there's a lot of them.
I could do it.
I got muscles.
All 17 of them before any of them wake up.
Walks over.
Yeah.
I can also help.
Well, maybe you guys do that.
I think that'll do.
See, you had the answers inside you all along.
At the time...
You did what?
Well, stay safe, and if you need further advice, just let me know. And I think that solution of yours should work fine. You're plenty smart. You just panicked.
You're a smart fella.
Yeah,
Smeller.
Well, thanks for that, I guess. Now we have bodies to move. Thanks.
And she's gonna hand the orb back.
People, don't call them bodies. That's fucked up.
Yes, people.
Put the bodies in the...
Lyle, do you want your orb back, or are you still too busy picking up money?
I'm trying to make sure that the people under the money are okay. Puts coins in pockets. But yes, I will take my orb back.
Sure.
Also-
Yeah.
You know that temptation to touch a hot stove?
Yeah.
Phineas is gonna touch a piece of silver.
Oh boy.
Hey!
Phineas,
Intrusive.
it
Area
burns.
diet.
It burns like touching an open flame.
Shit. Okay, bad idea.
What is wrong with you?
Please stay here. I've never
You're
done
like
it
through a
before.
period that was a bad idea.
I'm curious.
Are you
Not being
alright?
curious when it'll get you
Very
hurt.
bad idea.
Have you
That's
ever heard
exactly
the
why you're here.
Ryland will walk over
conscious?
and cast Cure Wounds on your hand.
You didn't need to do that. Thank you.
I know
And to
you're
think you tried to
self-control.
shoo us away. Can't believe your face.
You have your own agency. You make your own decisions.
I did.
Yeah, and it was a bad one. Make better ones.
Guy, I remember what I was saying about adults.
Hey, well, I wouldn't do something like that.
The champion would never.
The champion is different. The champion
right.
transcends age.
Oh, Ryland, did we tell you that liar over here is the champion?
I'm this close.
I made sure to tell Elmar.
I think you mentioned it, yes.
He likes to go by the champion.
It's
Mhm.
it's an honor.
Alright, let's start moving bodies so the champion can get to bed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Champion
you guys
is
seriously
cranky.
cut it the fuck out now?
Cut what out, champion?
This isn't funny. I'm not joking. Seriously, stop. I have told you the past 2 days I am uncomfortable with it. Stop.
Well, think about it. Starts dragging a body.
Grabs body.
Yeah, Ryland will also grab some bodies.
Ruffled feathers.
Angie.
He is. He's fucking mad.
And the mayor, she looks at all of them and she grabs one and begins dragging it. Although she's not picking it up. So
Follows,
where
no fucking shit.
just take me to wherever this is. I've not been there.
Okay. It's a lot of stairs, so this is probably gonna take a while.
Oh boy. Okay, let's go. So,
Body dragging montage.
yes,
Yep.
you all. Well, first, so you enter the library, and Clyde wakes up and he looks over.
You wanna help us
got it.
drag people?
Why not?
Hey.
Man.
And employ the old man.
Victory.
He's not employed. We're not paying him.
Nope.
And yeah, he'll help as well. So, it takes you all about, probably at the earliest you can get this done in an hour. It's fast approaching 10 o'clock.
Dinner.
But you do manage to get them all down there. And the mayor brings some food down for them. Okay, this should be fine. I'll just come down here tomorrow and check on them and hope everything's okay.
You made sure the ooze was gone, right? Oh no, that was the other. I'm gonna go make sure the ooze is gone.
So you go look and yeah, the ooze is not there.
Cool.
Nothing else dangerous down here.
There's still 2 other doors we haven't been in.
It's fine. As long as there's no on them.
Not our problem.
I don't get on them.
Stairs for a good 30 seconds. Goes upstairs.
Put a sign on the door. Don't go in these, please. Smiley face.
Employees.
I'm
only.
sure there's nothing dangerous in there. Honestly, they'll
Yeah.
probably wake up in the weird flesh cave and be like, what the fuck anyway, so.
Oh my god, we basically just did to them what the Nameless One did to us in the Yawning Dark. Jesus Christ. We have become... I've become what I fear the most.
champions.
We just knocked them out, kidnapped them, and put them in a flesh cave. God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
That's what happens when you try to eat a mare.
No.
Take
We
notes,
tried to-
kids.
Is that what we did in the Yawning Dark? Would we all forget about it? Fuck.
Mhm.
Is that our punishment?
I mean, the mayor was involved.
We didn't gotta eat him, though.
True.
Maybe that you're just on drugs.
Or did we try to eat the mare in the Yawning Dark?
No.
I wanna go home now, please.
Yeah, you get the bodies down there and you all get back out. The mayor looks at you all. I still have to solve my guard situation. Oh.
I'm sure you'll find replacements.
At least you have some time now.
Yeah. Thank you again.
I'm just gonna try to shove a full bookcase in front of where the old bookcase was to seal it off. So at least it's not just open wide.
Yeah, you're able to do that. And Clyde looks at you all. I'm not gonna ask.
Good.
I'm gonna go back to bed now. Good night.
It was all a dream. Good
Yeah.
night.
I'll put your bookcase back when everything's done.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. If anything else tries to kill me and you find out about it, please let me know. Thank you.
Yep.
And maybe let us know. Talk to them tomorrow.
I will.
Good night.
Night.
I'm covered in fur and sweat. I gotta go shower again.
Here. I'll cast prestidigitation on you.
Ah! Thank you.
No problem. Rollin will look at you, Phineas. You, feeling alright?
Fine. Just fine. Just fine.
You know, the man didn't question anything about Phineas being a fucking bear.
Don't worry about it.
She's there with us the entire time. She's just like, it's fine.
The mayor seemed
one's
very
frustrating.
done.
She's like, I'm fucking tired, is whatever, it's
Fuck it.
fine. It's not attacking me, so it's fine.
This one sounds a little bit familiar. It's forget about it.
Purple. Purple
So-
bears aren't evil.
Purple. Exactly. That's canon.
Purple's
Are
the
we-
least evil color.
Are me and Liar allowed to say I told you so now, Phineas?
No.
Told you so.
Phineas will just kind of look at Kalile. Why? I just wanted to protect you too.
And we protected you. Imagine if you had tried to stop them and then they just got mad at you, or if somehow you got dragged along with them and ended up killing the bear and became this evil, like, fugitive villain, and then we couldn't be friends anymore.
Somehow don't think they'd do that.
I'm just saying, we
Either
avoided
one
a
of
lot of
those.
trouble.
Would have kept you two out of the way of any bad that could have happened, and it wouldn't have been my fault. So,
But now we're perfectly fine, and it's still not your fault. See? Let friends help you.
Let's just go to bed and we can talk about this in the morning, alright?
great idea.
Alright, you all heading back to the tavern.
Yeah.
Phineas will stay next to Ryland. You
Walks into a tavern.
don't mind if I still crash at your...
Of course not. You want some company.
I'd appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah. Two of you go back there. and he will indeed stay with you.
Pace and rant.
Hmm.
How hard it is to parent a child. I just want to do what's best by them, you know? And I don't know if I'm doing a good job.
Drinking little bare hand.
I want to see
A
this
little bear
drawn. God
hands.
damn it.
Little drink and big variant.
I use a little for everything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you do have a therapy session.
Therapy.
Therapy.
Got him.
Therapy session. Your therapist.
Therapy.
Therapist.
It all started when I was born.
Yeah, you all get back, and Liar, 10 o'clock rolls around.
Will I fail? Probably.
Make your funny save.
Okay, no, I didn't actually fail for once.
You've had enough excitement.
Yes.
Alright, no ring-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah, you all get back. You head to sleep.
Yes.
Alright. You all rest up and awaken.
Yo, my hit points! Yes!
Finally,
Yee.
spell slots.
Hit points!
Feed.
No, don't reset my maximum hit points.
Back to a nice 48, baby!
59.
My little melch notch back.
Return of the spell slots.
Return of the
focus
spell
points.
sluts. Let's go.
Let's go. Me every time I play D&D.
I win the spelling bee every year.
That should be our new group names.
Spell sluts.
Spell sluts!
Oh my God.
Kalile has
Hi.
learned a new word.
Even better. Hi, we're no longer Lizardfolk Lounge.
We're the spell sluts.
Awful idea.
We get the cease and desist for Lizardfolk, and we're like, well, we have to!
Oh no.
It's our backup name.
It's our backup name.
After hours.
Tune in for our After Dark show, Spell Sluts.
Oh my God, I hate this.
That's our new name. It's called the spell sluts. It's real great. Nothing problematic.
Not at all, not at all.
Jeb, you awaken feeling very well rested. You had a great night.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Yeah.
Montague
As
also had a
Grandpapa
great
Jack
night.
deserves.
Good for this, Joe. Good for you too.
That's what they deserve.
Honestly, they're moisturized, flourishing in their
In
own
their
lane.
lane.
Skin
Yeah.
glowing.
Crops watered.
I woke up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, you get up. You all get up. You're rested.
Waking up at 6 a.m.
And
Okay, good.
Phineas, you awaken. You're back to normal, and Roland has fallen asleep on you.
Ah. Wait.
Tap on shoulder.
We'll wake up. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
You-
Sleep good?
Yeah, and you?
Yeah.
Good. You feeling all right?
A lot better. Thanks.
Good. Can I go meet the others?
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but they care about you. I can tell.
I know they do. Care about them too. Almost makes it harder.
Yeah.
let's head over. All right. Yeah, you two head over. Is everyone meeting in the tavern?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you all meet up after that eventful night. Yeah. You're served breakfast as you would normally have been otherwise for anyone who asks for it.
It's breakfast time.
Reggie.
And poor Elmar
Breaking
has
fast.
officially been introduced to a night with Kalile.
Seems unbothered, honestly.
Good.
Five Night at Kalile.
Night at Kalile.
Terrifying. The
Just doesn't
newest
shut
word
up.
Game.
Never-ending dialogue.
It's like that weird moment when like you're about to fall asleep, but then you hear like the AC turn off, and then you're wide awake again.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Kalile falls asleep. It's like, wait a minute, the noise stopped. Oh, there it is.
Starts to fall asleep. And another
Later.
thing.
Eh, there it is.
Another thing!
You're never
Nice.
gonna fucking believe it.
Yeah, you all meet up in the morning. What do you do?
Eat food. Count how much silver I got.
Oh, so are you
Stole the
just
mayor's money.
stuffing your pockets essentially?
Pretty much.
I'd say you got about 75 silver pieces.
Nice!
7.5 gold.
While Kalile's doing that, Phineas is gonna test a theory and just touch a piece of silver again.
It still hurts.
God damn it.
You gotta stop that.
I just wanted to test something out.
You've gotta keep silver away from you.
Man. It's good currency. Kinda sucks.
Yeah.
Do
Maybe
you think it would hurt my teeth? Like, if
Yes.
I had a silver... Okay.
There's instant cavities.
It burns teeth out of
Every
skull.
bite you take is just pain.
Your teeth catch on fire somehow. Ah!
Shit!
Oh!
well, what's the plan? Yeah, did you all hear that noise last night?
Yes.
No.
What noise?
Okay, no.
No, we probably should tell them the truth because we have to go deal with that now.
But it's funnier to gaslight him.
No, there was no noise, but we do have to.
Need to make sure the mayor's celebrate later.
And I want to go talk to some... the ones, you know.
Wait, did I miss something?
Yes, it's fine. Just hopefully it should sort itself out.
I'll cast Exposition at 2nd level.
Right, you gotta upcast at the 3rd.
Okay.
He,
You know what? 5th level. Fuck you.
You don't have it.
so
You're right. I don't.
You tell him what happened, and he just kind of sits there. He looks kind of sad. I'm sorry. I should have been there.
No. You were exactly where you needed to be. Safe.
Phineas was annoyed enough at us for going out there, so
Okay. I made a friend.
so last night.
He's very nice. His name's Horton.
Who?
What did he hear?
Huh? What?
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm ready if you guys are. I had my sandwich.
Alright, let's go to the library.
Scarfing down toast.
This is very good toast.
Nom nom. Bread. Nom nom.
Nom nom nom.
I was gonna have one of the things that Dalton made us. I don't remember what they were.
The pepperoni rolls.
Yeah, nom nom.
Yes, indeed. Very good.
Jib gets a bagel.
Ooh.
One bagel.
Bagel.
Un bagel. Poor
bagel.
Jeb.
The souls of the innocent.
A bagel. Ow! 2 bagels.
Yeah, you guys head over to the library, and Clyde awakens at your arrival. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm imagining you're here to go down.
Has the mayor come by yet?
Yep.
You down there?
Yep.
Alright, let's go.
Up, skip, and a doodly doo.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Dice.
Oh, that was an accident.
Oh, I got real worried for a second. I was like, what's happening?
Make a con save.
No, that was an accident.
The bookshelf falls on you and you die.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, you guys head on down there, and after the long trek down, you can see that the mayor is sitting down with all of them out in the central hallway. Everyone is back to normal, but
Is everyone naked?
yes.
Yeah.
They also look very much confused. And she sees you all. Oh, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hi.
How's it going down here?
I've talked with them, and from what I was able to learn, when the moon happened, they started to feel strange, and then suddenly they felt like they were asleep.
Honk shoo.
And they said when
God, I wish
they
were
woke
me.
up, they didn't remember anything past that. I told them what happened, and yeah, that's where we're at.
Well, hey, didn't your bear spirit warn you about something like this happening?
Yeah.
Oops. Oops. Oops.
Yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's fine.
We didn't know that, so it's okay.
That's not on you.
Kyle's gonna go around and offer like water and ration and stuff to anybody who might need it.
They will accept.
Well, I would suggest finding new guards, and perhaps the next moon that comes, you restrain them in some way so they can't try and do something like that again, and then release them in the morning until whatever this is stops.
Right, yeah,
Or-
I was thinking something similar.
Or just provide a place for them to,
That could work. We could just use down here. I could maybe open up a different, more accessible passage to it.
Well, just make sure you're safe when the next blood moon comes.
And if you do decide to use down here, we didn't like fully clear out everything down here. There's a couple rooms we didn't go into, so you might just want to make sure that that's all straight
Right,
before
I'm
doing
gonna
anything else.
try and get some of my guards on that. When I
What
get
guards?
some-
From where?
Uh,
when I
AKA
get some,
Clyde.
I'm gonna get
yeah.
them on that. Thanks again. I am exhausted.
You should get some rest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go do that.
We,
Yeah.
if this is taken care of, we should probably be going.
Well, best of luck wherever it is you go.
Appreciate it.
And for you all, I'll bring you back some clothing so you can cover up.
Peepees are out.
Yeah, she'll head out.
Well, I suppose.
Go
Go ahead.
Phineas is looking around the group for anyone who looks a little less confused than someone else.
Slightly lucid.
You find someone. You find a dragonborn. You find a dragonborn man.
Cool. I'll go over there. I'm kind of. He's not gonna sit down. How much do you remember about last night?
Not much. I just remember at one point I felt like I was dreaming. I was following a bunch of people around.
Did you see anything? Let's say fey in nature. Something that didn't.
I don't think so. I remember seeing a purple bear.
Slamming doors so loud in my door. Hell. So loud.
Looked kind of like you, actually.
Nah.
Must have been a weird dream. You might start seeing things.
Oh.
They're fine.
Oh.
That's it. Pass it on to your friends. Walks away.
He shrugs and will
Ominous message. But you'll be fine, babe.
He shrugs and he'll lean over to the person next to him and start telling him.
It'll be okay. Pass it along. By the end of the message, it's like, I like OJ. Okay?
Yeah, after
When
that.
the pulp is gone.
When the pulp is gone. Worry not. Huh?
Huh?
Okay.
Alright, what do you all do now?
Seeing as this is all taken care of, I suppose we should call Kinsey so we can get up to Orlin.
Yeah.
Kind of ready to get out of here.
Oh, that's the guy that, that's the old man that was with you guys in the capital.
Yes.
That's
He's
him.
friendly.
I didn't realize you were saying that in character, and I thought you forgot your own NPC.
No, that was Montague.
I know. I didn't realize that until Mako answered, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'm looking forward to coming along.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rough flight. I will say that much, but it
You
shouldn't be that
didn't.
long.
You didn't eat a heavy breakfast, did you?
Not too heavy, I guess.
I'm
You'll be fine.
So let's head outside and call Kinsey.
Orb.
Yeah.
Kinsey!
Mellow?
Hi, Kinsey. It's Kalile and company. We're ready to go to Orland if you wanted to meet us in Braxhold, right? Yep, that's the name of the town.
Ooh, I'll be right there.
See you soon.
And not long after he says he'll be right there, you see Pegasus and the cart overhead and come in for a landing about maybe 20 minutes later. Your chariot awaits.
Clamor in.
Yes, thank you for coming so quickly.
Of course, it's my specialty, after all. New folk with you. Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
Fuck did Montague get from the capital to where we were so fast? To Kinsey.
He swam.
I swam.
He hid on the
yeah.
bottom
Dead.
side of the carriage.
Just held on really tight.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to go to Orland, right?
Yes, there's some stuff we need to do there. I'm sure we'll get wrapped up in another conspiracy.
Yeah.
You seem good
Schedule.
at that. Very
Yes,
good at
well, I have begun to take them into account in the schedule, seeing as it happens so often.
That's probably.
that. Well, guess it's better than going across the wasteland yourself.
But
Well, that's where Orland is. It's in the wastes.
interesting geography.
Very dry and smelly. Lots of
Is there a
sulfur.
lot of
Lots of sulfur.
Desert?
Not
Is there a
quite.
lot of people?
In the city, yeah. Not many people leave the city, though. It's different. Also easy to fall off. You don't see what I mean.
Floating city, here we come.
Yeah, well, you all ready?
I think so.
I've never flown before, but I'm ready.
You're not too opposed to passing out, are you?
I'll
Meant
be
for a few
fine.
seconds.
Consider it a quick nap.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we've befriended 3 mares, so we just need to befriend the other 5, and then we'll have an army of mares.
We'll have all the
marching
Infinity
together.
Mares.
Collecting the.
That'll
bitches
be
like
that'll be the
birds.
7. No, that'll be the 8 mares we have.
Alrighty, well, hang on to your hats. Or,
I don't have a hat.
oh, hang on to your
Nobody
head.
here
You
was
might
a
lose
hat.
that too.
Holds on to Dune.
Dune hangs on to the knife.
He can't lose that. He'll be defenseless.
He has his priorities.
Alright. Toffee, Truffle, let's get moving. And he moves the reins and off you go into the sky.
Into the sunset.
And as you all lift off, I think that's where we're going to call tonight's session.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
As we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yep.
Tuesday.
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 It's Tuesday.
Yes. So, chat,
Oh.
there will not be
Oh.
a session next Friday. However, there will be one this coming Tuesday. And
Tuesday.
So true.
that
Spooky
following Saturday, a new campaign. Come back and see us.
Watch it or else. Watch it or else. Do it.
I will throw silver
You
at
will.
you if you do not watch.
You
I
won't
will touch
wanna
the silver.
you won't
I
wanna
will
miss
pelt
it.
you with little pellet.
You won't
coins.
miss it because I won't let you.
Whole
Exactly.
new party,
I
whole
will
new
be there.
campaign.
Yeah.
True.
The prophecy of Varaxis.
Ooh.
Haxorus is my favorite Pokemon. That's not true.
Liar.
Sorry, babe. I lied to you about my favorite Pokemon.
Why would you do that?
It's actually Shroomish. That's also not true.
Wow.
Wow. Lies.
God damn.
I don't know what favorite
Lies,
Pokemon is.
lies.
Keeps going.
Alrighty, chat. We are gonna get out of here. We'll catch you all on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Get
Bye bye, chat.
out.
Goodbye.
Here.
Goodbye.
I gotta get out of here.